Morning, everybody. I know the music might be a little loud right now, but we're showcasing some music that I wrote. It is AI music, to be very transparent and upfront. It is AI music, but the words are 100% mine. And I'm going to ask Twisted Chaos too if we're going to use her stuff too, because so much fun to make, to write. Witness nights. But yeah. I'll turn it down though, don't worry. I'm not going loud forever. I want to see where the music goes after this. Alright, so we're gonna put a whatchamacallit, playlist with all of our stuff on it. So yes, again, in transparency, these are all things that I have written, 100% of the words to. But the music is AI. So you're hearing basically my poetry come to life via AI, Spotify. So, and we'll turn it down a little bit. Like I said, we're kind of showcasing my favorite song. If anybody's interested on Spotify and Apple Music, Max 2 Core. That is my alias. Not that it's hidden, but it's just the alias that it's written under. This was for our Cyberpunk campaigns, is where it was born out of. So it's not going to be everybody's style. This is like a house mix. Most of it is like kind of a synthwave feel to it, because I just really am in a synthwave mood lately, and a little bit of some house and that kind of stuff. So if you want to check us out, it's Max2 Core. We've got 11 songs on Spotify, Apple Music, and pretty much anywhere you can stream music. And then Twisted Chaos, who's in the chat. Brad's supposed to do his brown noise. There it is. I think that's yours on Spotify as well, so you guys should look that up.
Y'all are really creative. This is so neat.
It's giving me an outlet, but it's very important to me to be clear that the music and the singing is AI. Now, the next album, I'm actually working on putting it together. Still my words, 100%, but I'm going to try and actually record some of my own voice singing.
Good morning, Dyra.
Good morning, Dyra.
It's a beautiful moment.
So what you're listening to is the Preem Sim House mix, and then I'm making sure that it loops back to the other songs. And if you listen to them, it's basically the story of our character, or my character, whose name is Alex, also known as Max Core in our Cyberpunk thing, Dungeons and Dragons, tabletop, whatever you call it. So this was kind of the story of that. Twisted Chaos was in that, Rook was in that. So it actually references their characters in some of the songs, which is kind of cool. So,
and I want to find the one about me or about us. In there. Is that published or that one's not?
Yeah.
It's really good.
I think it's Neon in the Night, maybe?
I think it is.
But yeah. The zeros and
that's just
ones.
crazy. You guys are doing a lot of good stuff.
It's easier to run. Alright, I'm not going to sing this morning. I don't want to hurt you guys' ears.
I feel like doing some good. I gotta make the time to just do that. It's really neat what you all have done, and you gotta figure out for the day how you make time to.
Alright, we're gonna go turn it down just a little.
It's very nice. Very cool.
If that guy, if it gets on your nerves, especially since this is vocal music, that can be really annoying to me when I'm trying to watch a stream if I have vocal music. So if that bothers you guys, just let me know. I can change it to one of our other amazing, I don't want to say partners, what do you call them? Creators that allow us to use their music for free, such as the Relaxed Movement, White Bat Audio, Breaking Copyright, Herknunger. All those are really good artists that let us use their music for free. So when I do that, just so you guys know, I do donate to them, even though they don't charge, because I think it's important to give the creators credit, right? So, but yeah, feel free, check out. Okay, it did repeat. So this is our playlist. Hyper Threat is the name of the album that we made, but you guys should check it out. And then we're gonna put a good
versus a bad.
When we figure out I don't know what I'm saying. I'll come back to that. So turn it down again. Sometimes I know vocals can get really annoying when we're streaming because of the talking and the vocal music. So if it's a problem, we can always switch it. So, and I will Twisted Chaos. I'm actually going to try working on that a little bit today. I know you're supposedly able to sing into it, and then you can make yourself a preferred voice, and then you can actually sell your voice for people to use, which I may do.
That's what I want to do with the album, is use my own. So I got to figure that out.
That's what we're talking about, but that's the plan.
I see that. I don't want to. I want to figure that out because
it's wappy.
I can do that.
Yeah, we all can do
sing.
That. And then I got some more stuff I'm working on. But yeah, if you hear the music, it's a synthwave kind of thing, Max 2 core, and it's very story driven because of obviously cyberpunk is our story. So, what else is going on in the world before we get started?
In the world?
In the world, girl, in the world. The moon last night was absolutely freaking gorgeous. We're waning, so we're in the smaller ring, but it's still gibbous. New moon is June 15th, so we got a week and a day. So next month, not a week from Monday.
It's a week my work conference is.
Yep, it's a new moon in Gemini. I'll be home that week, but I'll be out at buildings every day. But I will be out. I'll be local. And then the week after, I go to Pennsylvania, I think, or Maryland. Yeah, in the world there is a growing Ebola outbreak, yes, and there's a lot of what is the word? Anger, frustration, vitriol being thrown at the U.S. for stopping U.S. aid, which was a big reason why some people are saying that we're not able to keep up with that. And I noticed my Carnunos was broken.
I told you that the other day. I've got to buy a new statue because when I walked by, I bumped it in my backpack.
Oh, you mean you bumped a table? Like we were talking about last night?
Yeah, fell over.
Now it's here blaming the cats.
I'm not blaming the cats. I just said I bumped it in my backpack.
No. Listen. I was blaming it on the cats.
Oh.
Well, the cats knocked it off. You're not doing anything wrong, Susie. We don't turn the video on until about 10 o'clock. And good morning.
Good morning, Mama.
So we always take the first 15 minutes to kind of get some setup pieces done and make sure everything is right. Make sure we're not dropping frames, which we've dropped a ton. But it should have stabled out by now. So that's why. We always take the first few minutes, like I said, to get things set up. So that's why we just talk and look at our sounds and levels and everything. So we'll have video in this moment.
Oh, it seems not to be as far behind.
How would you know?
I'm watching when my mom was typing, and then when she was typing again, based on what the response you gave was.
You're funny. Yeah, we should be on low latency. 10 seconds or so, 8 to 10 seconds. What else is going on in the world? Yes, the cats are getting all the blame. They accept it.
They're really sweet cats. Well, I don't say they're innocent. Their innocentness this instance. They're very
This
cute.
time they were innocent, but they are not innocent.
Track moon phases. Use an app to track moon phases.
I do not use an app, but I do use a website. Oh shit! Did you see me putting this lid on here and trying to put this on there?
I did not notice that. Maybe you need some of my
Lunaf, L-U-N-A-F. That is where I go to check and double check. This is a single person that has been putting this together for years. Again, another person I donate to randomly because they just they do so much and they don't get paid for what they do. So, lunaf.com, and they're really good. It has really good descriptions. Maybe once it got out of time or out of date, so I'm wondering if maybe like he was sick or something, or she. I don't know if it's a he or she.
They, them, who, what, it.
But be careful.
They, them, who, what, it.
Bradley.
People have different preferred things. He, she. I don't know what they are, what they prefer in me.
Bradley. Have you ever heard of that while you're
Trying to be kind and correct.
I was thinking more stop while you're ahead.
Mm-hmm.
It is a browser-based hootless, yep. It's a browser base, and I don't know. I do have an app. It's like a witch app. It's like witchy things or something. I don't even know. But it sometimes doesn't get updated, and sometimes it's off a little bit. But there are a couple of apps that do a good job. Lunaf has always felt very sciencey and confirmable, and it's very easy and clear to read. As a matter of fact, before we even go live, let me share it with you guys so you can see like where I get my information from. And I've always got it up. Need to get some things set up, but yeah, so I keep this up at all times because it's just got really great information on it. So just so you know, like Lunaf, L-U-N-A-F, this is what it is. And
my baby, Petite is my baby.
Yeah, hold on.
You're stinky. You need a bathie.
That's right. Yeah. So you can see today, June 7th, the waning gibbous moon, and then we go right into our last quarter. You can see exactly what's coming up. If you scroll down, you can see some different things here on the slide that helps you know where moon, like in Aquarius, or where it's stationed, and then you can do backwards and forwards research if you want to find more information. And then, you know, at the top, there's these moon calendar, moons and zodiac. So a lot of really cool and great information. It's really neat. Like, it's neat. I enjoy it. And hello. How's it going?
We still want to write our circle.
Yeah, we need to do that. Yeah, I like it because it gives some really good information without being like over crazy or anything, you know.
Very low key, low energy today.
Well, we didn't go to bed until 3 o'clock in the morning.
True.
Oh yeah, we were up way too late last night.
Long time. Had too much kratom. So what are you reading? What are you reading?
I am reading a lot of things. Sorry, I'm putting some oils in our little thing over here because it does a really good job.
Okay. Would you like me to talk about what I'm reading while you finish that? Or?
Nope. I would like you to just pause and wait. That's what I would like. Don't get what I like. Nice.
That's on recorded evidence.
So really.
Kratom and
Oh, that sucks.
Sick of me. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it was. I don't know. It's never made me
Craig
sick.
just doesn't agree. That's like Kava. Kava doesn't agree with me. Squeaky silence, hell Santa, furry rage, get it down. Wear green, not beige.
So I just started The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. I'm reading Mindfulness. I am still working through God Speaks Twice? I can never get it right.
God Speaks Again.
I always mix them all up. And yes, it is Ma Petite in her little princess pillow. What else am I reading? I've been we've really been digging into the Esperanto.
Esperanto! Saluton!
Yes. Saluton! Mi nome jas Briano.
Mi nome jas Brado.
Briano. Kiel vi nomigas?
Oh, that's like your masseuse will call you Brian. So maybe they do say it like that.
Kiel vi nomigas?
Brado.
Good job. Mi parolas Esperanton iomete.
I really do like Esperanto and Esperanto. It is Esperanto. You're an Esperantist. You speak it, correct? Like a linguist. Englishist. Spanishist. So what are you reading? Esperanto?
Did you just ask me what am I reading after that was my 3rd book on the list so far?
Hey, I just took my medicine. I had to get an instant at a dose.
I'm also reading the Words of Hermes or the Way of Hermes. I think it's called the Way of Hermes, which is the Hermeticum, Corpus Hermeticum, and Letters with Asclepius. So reading that and actually gaining a lot out of it. It's pretty interesting. So that and the Esperanto is what I've been spending most of my time on, and we've been kind of talking back and forth. And what I'm excited, Hulis, is I want more people to do it, because the more people that do it, the more practice we will get, right? And we need the practice.
Well, people don't know about it. Like
your
social worker at my work, I said, hey, look, she's Spanish. She said, I'm trying to learn this new language. It's pretty cool. Like, have you ever heard of? And she finished it. She goes, Esperanto? And I said, yeah. She goes, oh, my sister speaks it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It is neat. And then after that, I'm going to move to pick up ASL again. I'm going to make a little bit of a push for that.
And I'm interested to learn Tagalog.
Yeah.
When I lived in California, there were some people I worked with, and I know some words. Magandang umaga, good morning. What is stupid? Tangat and bakla. So I know good morning, stupid, and gay. I just love that language. I love that language, Tagalog. I love the sound of it, and I know it's kind of hard, so I probably really wouldn't be fluent.
It's not considered an easy language to learn
conversationally, but I would like to know just enough to learn more about it. I think it's a really pretty language.
Yeah.
Really pretty language.
Yeah.
It's totally cool. So, what am I reading? I'm reading this.
Oh, and yes, our book club is Tuesday, Dyra. So this coming Tuesday, I think we did have it at 8 o'clock. What are you doing?
Oh,
he still has no idea how cameras work, even after all this.
So I am reading The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. Salann here has got me hooked on Mitch album. So we read twice. Timekeeper.
Tuesdays with Maury.
And now 5 People You Meet in Heaven.
That was a great book. Finish Tuesdays with Maury. Really good book.
These books, they're like short and they're just about kind of real life fantasy stuff, and they really get you thinking, which I like. So The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, that is one. And I am reading Chaos at Ken Harbor, which is very hard to find. It is by Levi Hyde, aka Chaz Bogan, and this is a fiction story about a camp full of magical people, vampires, ghosts, fae, and kind of like the lives and the situation, a new friendship. It's totally fiction, of course, as far as we know, but it's very good, and you can't get it. He pulled it. The author pulled it from um, being sold. I don't know why, but it's really good so far. I like it.
Didn't he say because he just didn't really like it?
Yeah, I didn't really like it. And I got a signed copy, which I can show.
That is really neat.
It's a really good book. To see what will show. It may be too high up. You have to do it upside down.
Why? Oh yeah,
Will
that
show.
you're it's not
Will
gonna
it
show.
So I got a signed copy. It says, "To Rook Tempest, enjoy the chaos. Levi Hyde." And so I've also been learning Esperanto, and I need to make some room here. And later today, I want to go somewhere because I need to work on practicing for an interview I have tomorrow with the nominating board, and then I want to work on my Black Rose stuff, a couple of creative things for me. But I am so glad. Oh, let me change it back. Did you want to show any covers?
No.
You can see it. My friend that usually does bingo, our friend at the Kava Bar, is out of town, and so I asked if I could call bingo tomorrow, and I am, and I'm going to do redneck bingo. And I got me a call bell. I won't ring it too loud. It's going to go bingo. So I'm excited to do redneck bingo calling tomorrow at Roots House of Kava.
That is
Bingo.
so obnoxious.
And I'm going to get to do that, and I'm going to have fun. That's what I'm doing. And this week I want to make more time for creativity. Got to work on some more videos, video editing, reading. God, if I could just read and do creative, fun stuff, that would be a lot of really
That's
nice.
all I want to do. The other day when I mentioned this to a couple people, but when we were out foraging and stuff, I just like this is what I want to do all day. I don't want to do anything else. I want to be a hunter-gatherer. Which I'm sure is not an easy life. Let me just say that. Gotta break out of the... Yes, they gave him a noisemaker, Squeaky.
Whoop, whoop.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be out of town.
Well, I'm going to take it to work because I find it very effective. I'm going to start using it to round up people at work. Like cattle.
You know HR going to be all over that one.
She's the main one.
Yep, I'd report you too.
I'm going to round her up. I'm going to say moo. Moo, like on Rent. Moo. Moo with me. Moo.
The only way out is up.
Moo.
The only thing to
I wonder
do
what my boss
is
would think of me
jump
hurting people like
over
cattle at work
the
with a cowbell.
moon.
Using a cowbell to summon them. I think they quite deserve it, many of them.
Do you remember the cow's name?
No.
Elsie.
Elsie.
I might have seen that movie too many times.
Oh, somebody's having a hard
The only
time.
way
Mama
out
Dragon
is
is having a
up.
hard time hearing us.
Anybody else? Because our audio's on a good clip, at least on our end. But that doesn't always mean it's that good on the other end.
Is Ziggy here? Ziggy!
We were just talking about Ziggy. Last week, I think, we talked about we were missing Ziggy and needed to reach out, and then I just didn't.
No, we didn't.
Which is that's my MO lately.
No, we didn't.
But yeah, we were talking about you this week. Like, we need to reach out and see how you're doing. So...
I'm going to use it to start meetings, ringing the cowbell. I really would feel empowered to call people at work with the cowbell.
I figured you would.
I would love that. And they should be honored to be summoned that way.
Lord have mercy.
Will you manifest her? Yeah.
That is how we do. So yeah, hopefully everybody else can hear. So I'm not sure if maybe it's a different type of audio up. Okay, good. Yeah, on my phone I have to have the volume up all the way, but we're right on the edge of going yellow on our audio. So I don't know if I can. If I turn up any more, it might start frying us out a little bit. But as I'm saying that, let me also check one other thing because I did make some. No, it's set correctly. So the other thing that I probably should have thought about too is we moved the mic back about 6 inches, so it probably is a little bit quieter than we're used to.
Oh, it has to have his volume all the way up.
Yeah, that's normal though. Like on my phone, I have to have it all the way up. But yeah, I can't really turn it up any higher here. Ooh, but you know what I can do? I can check our gain.
Come here, Shiki. Let me put my little books back here, my petite. My petite!
Let me check the sounds real quick,
sorry, baby.
because I don't think I've ever adjusted on here.
Sorry, Lisa.
If it'll even let me. Master volume 98, microphone, Yeti X, device properties. Okay, yeah, guys. So our volume is really low internally. So I'm going to change it. So Brad, don't make a lot of noise for a minute because it might get really loud. Should be up around here. So hopefully I didn't blow anybody's ears out, but did that make a change? Just let me know, because I upped our volume and then I adjusted our some other sound settings. So hopefully that's a little bit better. Just say yay or nay. Yeah, our freaking, on our end, the mic volume was set down to like 40. And it's normally around 70, so I don't know if we adjust it. But anyway, if anything changes, let me know. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Thank you for calling it out.
Did you try to summon Melvin? I just want to say,
yes.
Like I've said, Melvin gave me the most amazing
possibility
tarot read a couple weeks ago. Just amazing. So he is great if you guys ever.
Yeah, he really is.
One, the freaking in touch and just an awesome read. Reach out to Unexplained.
Good.
I did not ask him if I could promote him, but I mean, like,
I'm sure he won't mind.
Jeez.
If Humble were a person.
Yeah, no, true. Melvin. Mm-hmm. It's early where Melvin is, though. It's like 6, 7 in the morning.
7 o'clock, 6 or 7. Yeah, 7.
I would not
Pacific,
be
so
ever at that time.
Yeah. I did a little bit of my Thomas Francis. I'm in an advanced metaphysics class. I've got 4 classes left, including the one I'm in, to finish the degree program. It has taken me 5 years to do it, because I'm just slow and spending a lot of time on the content. But this one is, right now I'm learning a lot about quantum physics and string theory and how that affects metaphysics and thoughts of things. And I'm doing diamond art again, which is great, and things are just going well. I feel good. I've had a lot of really deep conversations lately, which is fuel to my heart and my soul, which I don't always get to be participative in those, but they're very helpful and important to me. That is funny. Melvin is incredibly underrated. Seriously. I know I think we're underrated. And he comes and spends time with us. The least we can do is push and share anything that he does. His books, if you read them for what they're worth, fun to read. His tarot deck is great. His other projects that he's working on, I'm super excited about. So we're trying to talk him up. Remember, magic is we talk him up. But yeah, exactly. And the least we can do is, I want to get our ending credits done. That's the other thing we need to do, because I want to make sure everybody has a shout out that wants one.
Yeah, I think we just have to put people on it.
Yeah, we are growing slowly too, which is kind of cool. So yeah. Anything else?
Nope, not for me.
Well, okay then.
It's about enough of that. Oh, come here.
So I think we're going to talk about a really cool subject today, and it was not perfectly shared. I do want to say something. If you guys have an idea for a show or a topic, can you message it to me, like in a private message, so that I can have it? Because you have some really great ideas, and then I have to search back through and forget and can't find them because I'm, a lot of times I'm out or in another state and I can't get to my stuff. So if you have a topic, which Hootless, you've had some really cool topics. Heather, some great topics. I know I switch back and forth all the time. So yeah, we'd love to talk about the topics you want to talk about. And yes, boost everybody. Mama Dragon, I know at some point you were really pushing, Discord and maybe some content. I know Manny does some content. I don't know if Manny's in this morning. I haven't been able to catch up, but Mystic Manny does some really cool content out of where's he at? Washington. So yeah, we should always boost everybody.
That's how we found the idea for today.
Yeah, so that's how we got the idea for today. So and we're mixing a couple of different topics, which is really one of my favorite things is prepping and survival and spirit and how these things kind of go together. And one of the questions that somebody asked in the chat about how far would you go to protect yourself? Are you willing to actually stare down a gun and protect your family and your stuff versus compassion and empathy for somebody who needs help?
Yeah, if the shit hit the fan tomorrow, what values do you refuse to abandon, if any? Or
so
do you abandon all values?
We have levels in prepping, right? Level 1, or this is I'm making it up as I go, but we all have these like understood levels, and the level of right now, civil unrest is kind of like this shit sucks, but it's manageable. Level 2 is S.H.T.F, which is shit hits the fan. Mm-hmm. Level 3 is called Teotihuacan, the end of the world as we know it. So we call it Teotihuacan.
What does that mean? Oh, the letters.
Teotihuacan, yep, the end of the world as we know it. I am a doomsday prepper and a Teotihuacan prepper. And I know Mama Dragon is going to start this really cool new monthly meeting kind of under the order of Patchwork Pagans, which we'll talk about at some point, but really focusing on communities, foraging, and how we can still maintain small community feel within our group who's so far apart, but also help seed little groups and areas of supporting community. We were talking about the hurricane and how different the experience was between what Mama Dragon had and what we had. And one of the biggest differences is our community did not come together over here. Like everybody over here is insulated and private, and we have a Confederate flag neighbor on one side and a rental on the other side that we don't see very much, and that changes, and people come in and come out. So that was what we wanted to talk about today and see where it goes and see where it takes us. Yeah.
Advocating for stealing.
Yep. That was the other half of
corporations, it. Yeah.
That was the other half of this that we're pulling together.
Very careful with that. People don't need to steal.
So you're gonna have probably some dissenting opinions on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am torn. I agree insofar as that entire statement of stealing from the evil corporation also makes it harder for everybody else anyway. Like, it doesn't fix the problem. It makes prices go up. It makes things change to a point where they're not able to be accessed, right? But on the same hand, big corporations are what drove up the prices and inability for people to get healthy food in the first place. And while there are other ways, I may not condone stealing ever, but I can understand it. Like, I can never ever condone stealing, and I think when we steal, even from the big corporations, we are making it worse overall for everybody. But I absolutely can understand where somebody gets to that point.
And then if it's that kind of situation, do these corporations help people after all the billions, trillions of dollars they may do? Should they?
Yeah.
Will they?
No.
That would be nice.
We'll take Walmart. Walmart has a bunch of philanthropic arms, but they only do that for the visual of it. But those philanthropic arms do have some opportunities and some things there. Now, I will say also, I want to put it out there, I don't advocate, and I don't think we should advocate for stealing, right? And when I hear people talking about it, I'm just going to lift that 5-finger discount, or they're going to do it, I completely can understand it, because I was at that point at one point. I do. I still, like I said, I can't condone it. I can't say that it's something we should do, and it does make it harder. Some people and I respect this very much, have a level of integrity that says no matter what happens, I'm not going to steal. But I will tell you, if I had nothing left and I was desperate and things were happening, not in our current situation, mind you, we're not there yet, but in a certain situation, and I don't have food for my dogs, it could happen. It could happen. And Behootless, there are lots of resources, but there are not enough resources to cover the need. We know that just from our local food kitchens and stuff, that I don't think a single one of them has ever made it through without running out. You know? And right now, we're having a lot more trouble. I think with that access to healthy food and stuff.
Oh, he says both sides collapse, and it's very different. Yeah.
And it is.
Oh yeah. No, I get you.
But I mean, even today, again,
That's true.
My personal take is kind of like with the worst thing. I can't condone it, but I can understand why people feel that that's their only option. But yeah, and I can see that it is a privileged take, Dragon, to a degree, but there is something to be said with stealing is inherently wrong. Even if somebody's doing it to you, you shouldn't do it to them. Like, that doesn't make it right? The whole two wrongs not a right. But again, I can understand where people get to that conclusion. I've stolen stuff before and gotten away with it and not taken responsibility for it. Whether it's purposeful or, by accident. When I was really young, as an adult, no. But one of the things that kind of bothers me of things like Walmart would be if they have all this food, then they do throw away a lot of food if there was a proper outlet. And I know they're starting to do stuff like that, and it doesn't make it right. But I still all understand both sides on that. Like, I really do.
Yeah.
I can see how it's a privileged take, but who carries the wrong and the blame and the culpability could be very different, right? Just like my mom, she used to steal stuff a lot. I mean, she did, I'll be honest, and she was poor. We were homeless for a while, and I know she stole a lot of stuff, and she got caught, and I got put in other places because of it, so there's downstream outcomes, but I know why she did it. I've been in that situation, and she felt there was no other option, even though I know now as an adult that there are other options. And yes, corporations should take a different stance, but they don't. And again, stealing from them just doesn't feel right either.
Yeah, it's hard.
There's no answer.
What if so I think that
people deserve to live and eat.
Yeah, more so I think than like from the corporations, or maybe I'm wrong, that's part of it, but it was kind of like, okay, you've grown your food, or you've bought your food or your supplies or whatever, and then like maybe your neighbor, maybe not your neighbor, but somebody's going around foraging and looking for stuff and comes and tries to take the stuff. Like, a small group of people are one-to-one. What would you do? Would you, if you had it, number one, would you offer them some? Or if they came like to steal and attack you, would you shoot them? I mean, unfortunately, you'd like to think that you would share with them, but if you couldn't and they were trying to steal your food, I don't think I would just let them take my food. Well, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I wouldn't.
Well,
I feel bad for them.
The other part of that conversation, which I do want to get into, but I want us to kind of talk through your list too, because I like it. But I want to, like, to that point, yes, the system is screwed up and it's set up in a way that not everybody can benefit from. There is privilege that we should recognize that we have. But thinking of this from the other aspect, I think Hootless, where maybe I'm going the right direction, but the other comment I think that was shared, if right now somebody tries to maybe food is scarce, but they know we have food stored, and somebody comes prowling around my house, would I shoot them or hurt them to protect my food and my family? And I have a hard time with that because I need to better understand what their intent was. If they're hungry and starving, then I would share. But if they come at me and try to take my stuff, I would protect it. And I feel very confident in that.
Oh, Ben.
Does that, thinking of it that way, am I the little mini corporation now? I'm the mini corporation, and the hungry person shouldn't be starving, and I have plenty, but that's because I prepared it and saved it and secured it. And I'm willing to share it, but I'm not willing to give you control over it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm not going to do that.
But does that make that, if that person steals from me? Think about The Walking Dead. When somebody steals, they usually either exiled them completely, chopped their hands off, or killed them. Because it was so important that that be managed. Now, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's a thing, and that's a human, kind of a human nature.
And I was putting it like somebody stealing from me to be on a more help me understand it. I don't know that there is a difference, but other than I don't have millions and millions of dollars, and I've had to grow, and I would have had to plan and prep for a long time. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. But
and Twisted, that's funny. I know a financier wouldn't. And Hootless, just we don't want to get. I don't want anybody to get too heated. I personally don't think in conversations with Mama Dragon, I don't think she's saying it's okay to steal from Walmart.
No, I think he's talking to me.
Specifically. But Walmart has, so that is different. Walmart has stolen from the masses for decades, and yes, I agree with that, and that is wrong, but I still can't be okay with somebody stealing back. Like
it's not, stealing either way is not right?
But we also have the privilege of not being desperate for food.
Yeah.
Which is recognized. I think that's probably important. Just recognizing that.
No, we totally get one.
Yeah.
Still good.
Yeah, she is, and that's fine.
No.
Okay, that's good. We just checking.
No, I do see the points, though. I really do. It's hard to say. When you're not in that situation, it's hard to say,
That's a good point, too.
It's the same thing to me about people disagree with me on the people, the CEOs or whatever, in their salary. Okay, does anybody need to be paid that much? I mean, maybe we don't think so. But what have they done, and what legal risk, what are they taking to be in that position? Maybe it doesn't equal to the amount they're paid, but I'm not going to be a hater because somebody's making $10 billion. Is it ridiculous? I think it's ridiculous, but
I'm a hater.
Who cares? I think they should pay their fair share of taxes.
I think there's a limit.
Based on relative to what we pay for our income, but I don't hate. I'm not hating on them. I mean,
I want there to be a limit, but I can also see how that would be difficult to implement and what that could cause to a free market. But is it really a free market? That's a whole nother story that's outside of my league of abilities. Suffice it to say, if we drill it down to the basic things, everybody should be able to eat. Everybody should have the ability to eat. Everybody should have the access to the food that they need, healthy food, period, regardless of where it's coming from. And I think that's the bottom piece of it. And yeah, I agree. Big evil, they're bad, but I still couldn't bring myself to steal at this point in my life. Again, unless maybe if I'm desperate enough,
I don't know though. I feel like this akin to like when there's protests and people loot places. I hate that. I hate when people loot, and those companies and those business owners. A lot of them are small business owners, by the way. And whether it's a mom and pop shop or Walmart, that's not right. It's not right. Whatever your point is that you're protesting is not right to go and damage somebody's property. And I know a lot of people disagree with that, and I'm sorry. I'm holding my ground there. It's not right to go and loot places.
I don't think anybody is saying it's. And again, maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe I'm naive. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it's okay to loot, but I think people are saying that's sometimes people feel like the only way to get your point across of how angry and detrimental your actions are is to destroy things, because that's the only thing people will listen to. So it's like if somebody comes at you in our yard, I'm not going to give them enough time to explain to me what they're doing. If they seem aggressive, I'm going to shoot first.
Yeah, I mean, if you think feel threatened, so that brings up another question: how do we think? Because we don't know exactly. How do we think our values would change, or not even that beliefs, if that during extreme stress? Like, how do we think? Because we don't know. I mean, we can speculate, right?
My initial
hello, Joy.
Hey, Joy, and Hootless. I think that's a really great way to say it. I agree with that. And I get where you're coming from, too. Um,
Should
but
be.
I will always go back to when I was with my mom and homeless, and when people who we're pretty, I don't want to say well off, but we're comfortable. We have the money to buy stuff and live the way we want to. Means have changed now because things have gotten so expensive, so we have to back off. But we're pretty privileged. We've had a lot of access to things. But I also remember what it's like to be there, and I absolutely can understand why people are so angry at the masses. It doesn't say it. I can't say it's okay. I can't condone it, but I can understand it. I can understand why people feel that way.
I can't read it.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's drawing the distinction to it. He's just pointing it out to me.
I can't
by the way.
read my.
Oh, let me make it bigger.
My eyes are like bad this morning. I can't read.
It's because you're tired.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I'm trying to like just think about it. Different.
Personal non-profit major corporations are a big part of why people are desperate enough to steal. Yep. I think everybody's on the same kind of thing here, if I'm not mistaken, on this part.
I can't read that.
And okay, so otherizing. So otherizing is kind of like separating. I liken it to us versus them mentality, like calling people this is an example. Calling somebody on the other side of borders illegals and aliens dehumanizes them in a way that makes it so that we treat them differently. When you're otherizing, in this particular case, it's applying a different set of ethics to a different group. So, right, if you apply it to one, you should apply it to all, which is accurate in the world of, I think, ethics.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. And I'm sounding things out in my head too. Yeah. And I'm behind on the reading, so my bad on that.
This is good. This is stuff that really could happen. As far as what your values are, what are you willing to do?
But I think that's a good point. The what do you call it? Application of ethics and morals, generally speaking, are consistent in most people, but not everybody, right? There's a lot of people, myself included, where those things change. So your question,
very good.
How would your values, morals, maybe ethics change if you're presented with different stressful situations? But judging by this room in here, and I know there's some disagreement, which I absolutely love, and you guys, I will apologize. I'm hypersensitive to it because I don't want anybody in this group to feel unheard, even if we do disagree. So I'm just a little hypersensitive to it, and I definitely do not want the conversation ever to stop.
Oh no, I think we're just saying different way things.
Well, we have there's some very different beliefs, and I think what's really nice, at least for me, is I can see both sides, and I don't know exactly what I would do if I was stressed out to the max, because I generally have an initial psychotic overreaction. In video games, we call it pray and spray.
Pray and spray.
Like and panic punching. I just like panic and everything's out. So it's the initial.
Yeah, I don't think it's that serious.
Yes, and thank you, Mama and Hootless both, and Ben, everybody. This has been a very good disagreement conversation. I'm very happy with it. I appreciate it. I'm just a little uncomfortable because I can't see people's facial expressions and stuff.
No,
but, yeah,
I'm not uncomfortable.
So I really think those things will change should our situation change.
Jamestown, when the first Dutch ships showed up, and what the level of desperation was their ethics.
Yeah.
Now that's one thing I can't imagine having as slaves. Like, how could we ever have slaves? So I think that,
and we rationalize that.
I don't know how anybody could rationalize that.
I don't know.
Either, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I would like to think that if I was born in that time, I would be one of the anti-slavery, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what that was like in there, and it makes me question my ethics.
Yeah,
a lot. Is kind of what would I do if I was in that situation, and how our communities are broken, and they're coming back to life. And that's one of the big things about these conversations, is trying to connect all these different people with different thoughts and still making things work, because everybody has such a value. But I don't know. I don't know if there was a level of desperation. I don't know if I could ever get to a level of desperation where I looked at somebody and said, I have providence over you. You're not a whole person, and work in my yard and do all of my work while I sit inside sipping tea. And I just don't. I'd love to say that I wouldn't do that. I don't think I could. I think really my soul, my heart wouldn't be able to do it, but obviously the country did. And that's a scary thought, because that country is who we are. That's who we were. And we are still that country. God, I hope it changes.
Unfortunately,
it's not. It's getting worse.
Seems like, there's just still people with...
It's getting worse for gay people and trans people.
They get emboldened with certain leadership and stuff, which is not cool, but if that's really in their hearts, that they feel they can speak. That's what's scary to me.
They weren't. That is true, Hoolis. They weren't inside sipping tea. That's from the movies. Although I would like some tea now. But yeah.
Later.
But yeah, regardless, right? The having providence over a person in any way, shape, or form doesn't sit for me ethically. But we have to recognize now that things are the way they are for what our history was, and those things are built into it.
What about so you kind of see this like just like in normal, sometimes we can get real spiritual when things are rough and kind of leave it when not, whether it's Christianity or whatever the practice. Are spiritual beliefs a luxury or comfort, or are they most important during hardship? I think they're a comfort.
I think
don't think they're a luxury.
I think they're absolutely a luxury for most, many. I think it's a luxury for many people, and I say that because people use it as a luxury item. You fall back on your faith because I can be a bitch all week and I can repent on Sunday.
Yeah, I do see that, but
I see it as trying to make it a part of everyday life.
Hoochie.
So, but yeah, that's, to me, it's like kind of tying all this together. Whether or not our world hits a point where things are happening, I have to live with myself and die with myself, and I will die. And I think about that in a positive way of, I want to be okay with myself when I die, not with God. I want to be okay with me. And I think it would be likely that I would die out earlier on in a shit hits the fan scenario, because I am naive and I will probably give up that to somebody else and, get murdered for my 3 pounds of food that I had saved or whatever. But as a spirituality, as a hardship, as a way to deal with hardship, absolutely is very important. But what I have a problem with is when people only use it to absolve themselves so they can continue bad behavior. It's like, that's not what spirituality is.
Are homeless and I could read that. Oh.
Yeah.
Coal trains? Is that what that says?
Hop coal trains, yep.
Oh, and hop coal, what does that mean?
I have no idea, but
I'm gonna look it up.
We Googling right now.
Would you so some questions I came up with, kind of gone over them. Is protecting yourself and your family a moral responsibility? Would you share limited resources with strangers? If someone was starving and attempted to take your food, what would you do? And then there's what's the hard line? What's the line between self-defense and selfishness? And can someone remain compassionate while making difficult survival choices?
Yeah, I have no clue what that means. We're going to need some help on that one because I can't Google it either. And I'm so sorry I didn't listen to you because I was searching.
Ooh, here's some good stuff coming up.
Did you go in order? Did we skip anything?
No.
Oh, I know we got off. Great conversation, and I kind of abruptly ended it. Now I feel bad about it. Because I want to continue that conversation about the workers and the slaves and the ethics and stuff, because that stuff is so important. But
let's see.
What about number 2 and 3? Mm-hmm. Do we do 2 and 3? I mean, you
Survival
said
versus spirituality. What does spirituality mean during normal times? Oh, that's about
yes.
the luxury. Our
So
spiritual beliefs, the luxury.
let's really quick define. Thank
we
you.
did kind of skip over
Thank
some
you,
of the
son.
stuff. I was reading through some of the stuff we talked about, but no, we can.
Mama Dragon, that's 100% where I'm at. Until my resources get too down.
And that's some stuff coming up. Hold on, let me go.
Yes, one of my favorite recent phrases is actually for work, and it's when you're doing what you're doing, who are you being? To me, it kind of fits in the same ideas. We have to define what is our spirituality at rest. It's like, what's our resting heart rate? Can you grab me another can? Thanks.
Reciprocity.
And how can we? Oh, The Way of Hermes, Joy. If you haven't read it yet, I'm in it. It is freaking awesome. It's really good. That's okay, paranormal. I could be called much worse things. I'd rather be Winnie the Pooh than Eeyore, right? So, what do you guys think? What is your spirituality at rest? You know, what is it like in between? For me, I call it cyclic, and I'm cyclic because I cycle in and out a lot. But over the last 10 years, I'm more cycled in than I am cycled out. And what I mean by that is, like, I'll go real heavy for a few months, and then I'll be really lame for a few months, and then I go really heavy for a few months, and then I might, kind of pull back. So we're going in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm glad he's not here to make jokes on that. Huh. But yeah, I'm trying to bring it up so I'm staying in it more than not. And Hermetics is one great way to do that because it pulls in that thought process of psyche and spirit. What is it? Yeah. No, it's cute. I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, that's too funny. People are meat. But I think that's how I would define. I would define that I'm trying to be spiritual and mystical more. And I used to call it magic in the mundane. And now I'm trying to operate on mundane and the magic, right? So everything I'm doing has an intent to it and a spirit to it, and I'm very animistic in that belief system. So I'm kind of really feeling my way through that. And, again, that's why I refer to myself as an eclectic witch, a pagan eclectic witch, because of that kind of system. But yeah, resting spiritually is a great place to be normal, and it's easy to do when you're in the temple of the forest, right? Yes, agreed. I keep talking about, wanting to do more, and I'll say it. I said we need to do some magical things, and then I remind myself that it's as simple as we make our own face wash, right? And I use very specific oils, and I change it up and put different things in it, and man, that's part of a ritual I do every day, as part of my shower, and I do intent. All of my showers I do with intent. I just have my visualizations. I turn certain music on, and so. Trying to stay connected all the time, trying to connect to the universal source. Interestingly, I'm having more trouble with lately than normal because I've kind of just seeing it very nebulously. So I'm going back to using what my brain likes, which is Cernunnos, the Green Man, Pan, the Green Woman, Ellen of the Ways, Morrigan, Caradwyn, all of the energies that I've kind of made nebulous as through Hermetics. I'm like the all in the universe. I'm distilling it back into those individuals so that I can refocus on some of that work. But very interesting. I love your guys' thoughts on this. Yeah. And I agree. I think when we're connected, we are always on, but it's easy to get wrapped up and forget that, at least for me right now, still, I can forget that, there's other things happening and going on right now that I can really work with, and kind of bring it in a little bit better. Under extreme stress, values do change, right? We have a need to protect ourselves and those that are closest to us. Out of that need, I think, is where one of the things that Dragon was working on is that, the monthly community meet where we talk about how to establish support and sources in your community. and how to establish your own in your areas and have not only a community connection but a worldwide or nationwide connection. Or if you're out of the area, we can still be part of it, but have our own little pockets. And that's what the Order of the Patchwork Pagans has always been about. It's just never really gotten off. So this is a really great way to lead into that. You know, when I'm under extreme stress, I'm pretty positive things change.
So it's really nice.
Wouldn't you agree?
What's that?
Under extreme stress, our values change.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Like, I want to experience a lot of things.
Twisted Chaos gave us this. Thank you, Twisted Chaos.
Yep. I want to experience so many things. And part of that experience is recognizing when I need to do something differently or make adjustments or changes. Now, my brain, I'm training it to better respond to emergencies and extreme stress, but I have identified issues with that. And that's all I think we can ever do is self-evaluate, look at yourself, see what things are holding you back, triggering you, bothering you, honestly, and work on a plan on those things. You know, say how you're going to get through the stress.
Love it.
Yeah.
Twisted Chaos always smells wonderful. Like, this is a weird thing to say, but like an angel or something with all your smell goods.
Mm-hmm.
Like a girly girl.
Let's talk about the ethics of self-preservation next.
That was so pertinent to our conversation.
Is protecting yourself and your family a moral responsibility? Now, while you answer that, let's be very clear. Is it a moral responsibility? So moral is the principles and beliefs concerning right or wrong, right? Is this right or wrong? Ethics is philosophy that studies moral. And values are different. Values are the fundamental principles that guide these behaviors and experiences. So, three very different things. We're talking about morals. Do you have a moral responsibility to protect your family? And I'm going to say no.
What if you don't like your family? I mean,
well, moral to me is again about right or wrong. So I do not believe it would be right or wrong to help your family. Mm-hmm. There's too many variables. I think it is a value of mine to protect those that I care about and that I love and that I need in my sphere. But I don't think it is a moral responsibility because I will choose not to protect certain people that are in my family in certain situations. It just is what it is. There are some family members that I would not waste my breath on. And so I can't say morally that that's wrong. But my value is on what Joy said, define the family. People that we're connected to, I do not feel a moral obligation to protect you guys or to help you guys. I feel an honor. I feel a value to do it, but I don't think it's right or wrong.
Yeah, moral, I don't think it's a good word.
Yeah.
For that.
I just don't feel I don't feel we have a moral obligation to family. I feel it's ethically a good choice, right? And it's of good value to value your chosen or whatever your family is. But am I morally obligated? I don't feel that part of it. Again, one of those things where I definitely understand it. And I mean, there's even people in your family that have been not so nice to me. And if they showed up, I would still give them food. They'd still stay with us.
Yeah.
But it's not out of moral obligation because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
It's out of empathy for a person.
Right.
It's just a value and a feeling to me. And I think that's a little bit of the difference. That is true, Mama. But it does set that underpinning, right? So chaos, if I have to guess, you feel a moral obligation to protecting your family. And it bothers me.
And Ginsley touched on this a few weeks ago, and I think it was pretty clear that the foundation of society
that is the foundation of American society is 100% based on the individual. 100%. Now, I will say, I think that is changing a little bit. What do you think about that? Like, I feel like people are starting to talk more about, well, the wolf pack, the tribe, Keith. People are talking more about community and neighborhoods. I feel like we are very stuck on our independence and individual focus. Hootless, like truly. Yeah. But I even for myself, I don't feel it's not a moral obligation. Is a weird. It's just weird.
It's the individual.
Just the chaos. I would venture to say though, if you had somebody in your family that is considered part of your family that you grew up with, and they treated you like crap and excommunicated you and said they never want to see you again and they hoped you died and spit on your grave, would you feel obligated to help them if they showed up at your door? I probably would from empathy, but not from a moral obligation. Yes. All the things. But I am going all over the place, Hootless. I've only had 3.5 hours of sleep, and I apologize. But yes, foundation of U.S. society really is individual. It's so focused on that. But I am hoping that it changes. And Hootless, you know what? I feel like that's a really important statement because I think you guys can probably hear it. I'm feeling the same thing. I do believe that the U.S.'s atomic particle is the individual because that's the U.S.'s culture. But I think if you take all of that out and just look at us as humans and individuals, as spiritual beings, we cannot be individual. We are so much bigger than that. But it's how the U.S. is. It's not how I want to be. It's not how I think we are meant to be. But it is how the U.S. is. And that's what they condone and treat and push. But I don't think that is the right way to be. Does that make sense? I know I'm hopping all over the place, but I'm 100% with you on that.
Yeah, I'm kind of jumping all over. I'm just trying to listen and read because
I don't believe we should be individuals. As far as like aggressively individual, whatever the phrase was that somebody else used, rugged individualism. I don't think that's the right way to be. I don't think that's inherently how we should be. But it's freaking society, and I want to change it for us. And good point on that, Hootless, too. I'm going to go back and catch a couple of things in a minute that Twisted said, but if we think about 20th century America, 21st century America, too, is such a compacted area and it's such a limited worldview. Sometimes I say to people, I think right now what we're seeing is the last dying out of people who just were so internal, so individualized, and we're taught to be that way. And as we're breaking free from that, we're seeing this last big exhale of the shit coming out of everybody's mouth as we move towards a spiritual collective.
And then I know you don't like the term, but when I say disconnected, I say society, whoever they are, is driven. We're not disconnected from nature. If we're talking about all connected together, we're disconnecting from people too.
Oh yeah, I don't mind disconnected.
I mean, but
not disconnected from spirit.
So we don't feel I don't feel like we feel that we're all a part of the same thing.
No,
I don't at all.
We're not taught to be.
I feel like I'm on my own in our house here, and we're.
See, I don't feel that anymore. Connected. I feel connected with this stuff.
Yeah.
So this, everybody that's in this chat right now, I believe is part of our soul family, and that's why we stay in contact and these things running. And people come in and out, have fleeting, parts of our lives, and we may see them in a different way than anybody else sees them, and that's all true, well and fine. But everybody in this room, we are in the same soul family or soul family adjacent, and we have chosen to have these interactions at some point to learn and grow. And with that in my mind, how can I not be a part of something? And my individual is really important for me here because the human needs it to exist. But as I get more and more into the books that you guys have recommended, that we have picked up, and from talking to you guys in these chats and these conversations, and meeting Hootless and hanging out at the kava bar, all of these things.
It was so freaking cool.
Kind of changed my mindset to this. I am fine being an individual here, but the who am I question's getting a little bit easier. Like the who am I and the what am I and why am I here is getting easier because I'm letting go a little bit of that individualism that I have to be separate from everybody. But that's what we're taught. That's how our culture is built.
The world of agreements, things
Mm-hmm.
that are falsely seen as important.
Yep.
Career, education, house, car,
Yep.
all this stuff, possessions, status,
Across the universe.
across all of it's like it has to be consumerism that drove
Yeah.
all this
Oh
for
yeah.
sales and for money, and we've become
Power is the root of all evil.
completely disconnected. Like,
And money finances power.
and the thing is, we could there's so many of us and so little of them, whoever them are. We could all take them, but nobody does because we don't think about it because we're disconnected from each other.
Yep. Power is the root of all evil, and money finances power.
So
Across the universe, in the very beginning, what you're talking about, in the very beginning of Across the Universe, another one of my favorite movies that I want to watch again soon. One of the earlier scenes, and I forget the American guy's name. They're at this dinner, and everybody's so stuffy. It was like Thanksgiving or Christmas or something, and he goes, somebody asked him, "And what do you do? Why is it all about what do you do? Do?" And then they go in, of course, into song, and we talk about why are we so obsessed with what we do as being who we are. Who we are these massive connected meat bags that have a spiritual essence behind them that's connecting everything in a way that we will never understand on this life. And trying to figure it out is supposed to be the fun part. Like, that's where I'm enjoying the reading and the talking and the conversations.
And
And
lately trying to enjoy a feeling of in the moment, and like I'm trying to live
Yay, Ziggy.
with less time awareness. Like I'm trying to live as I can in timelessness. So I go on, of course, on my schedule and stuff, but I'm not trying not to think those things like, oh my God, it's Sunday. I can't believe I have to go back to work tomorrow. I could really use 3 or 4 days off. I'm trying not to think like I know it's Sunday, but I know I'm here. And right now, that's really all that matters. I'm trying, and I've been working on that, and I've been a little bit happier because really, it just kind of the things that aren't important, I'm trying not to think of what's important. Now, that could be my increase in my Zoloft, but whatever it is, I'm trying to be a little bit more in the moment, a little less sad.
Yeah.
About things.
And I think that's smart. I think that's an important way to look at it. For me, it's like a lot of times when I'm in my car by myself on a long drive, singing to the radio and stuff, something will just hit me like in the back of the head. I was like, holy shit, there is no way that God doesn't exist. Whatever you call it, don't care. But there's just no way that it doesn't. And it's just such a knowing. Like, it's not even a thinking or a thought. It's just an is. And it really just punches you in the back of the head. And, you know, paranormal, there's a book I've talked about on here a few times. It's about dementia, but it's called Gathering Blue. I'll see if I can go find it before the end of the show, but it's a really easy read, short read, but it's basically it's about dementia, but it talks about only one person has memories in this place, because if they have too many memories, it hurt too much to have the memories. So they had one person keep all the memories, and the person had to give them to the next person. Giver, that's what it is. So that they hold on to it. And unfortunately, the parallel here is human beings, society, especially in the United States. There's just a lot of bad things that happen. Yeah. And people just want to compete with each other. They are afraid that they're going to lose out or miss out. And I mean, I feel that a lot of times. Like, I think about what I'm missing and why it's not doing and why things are not going well. And, you know, I think about the missing out of those things, and it's hard. It really is. And I think you're right. People would just be better together if we could have that success together. But our experiences that have shaped us have really affected, you know, how we are now, and breaking that is hard. Very hard. And yes, welcome. And yes, Ben, good point.
Yes, and that was one of the things on this little outline I came up with. Historical examples of faith and spirituality during wars, famines, and disasters. And I think in relation to this, so there was examples where it was required or important to focus on the individual. That's interesting. I would love to look up or explore some more of those, because where it was necessary. Was it necessary?
The polluted what do you call it? Collectivism, polluted collectivism, where the groups that we have right now that are using the collective are nefarious reasons. Military in some cases, not all. our government, federal, state governments, parties. These are all things that are collectives that are taking a lot from us and that we're following blindly until you step out of it and realize there's a whole nother collective to be a part of. And it's something that's just big. I think they do take a lot from us, you know? Yes, it's conditioning, but it doesn't change the fact that it does. Yeah. Celebrating success together. I think there's a way to have an individualness and a collectiveness. And that is basically like my search for truth in life is how do I maintain my individuality and also part of the collective? And I think that's okay. I think that's how the souls are kind of broken off in a way to give that.
I need to drink more water today. Reminding myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we did that.
Yeah, we went way into the ethics of self-preservation already.
Where's the line between self-defense and selfishness? I mean, I don't know that you could
we talked about
identify that, right?
Did we
hit on all of these?
Depends on the situation. In me, it's in levels. If you come at me aggressively or threaten me, self-defense is happening. Mm-hmm. Selfishness, you know, by definition, it's a little selfish to not want to be able to share because there may be a point where you don't have enough to share. Have a family of 4 and we don't know where everything's going to come from for our next meal and you're trying to take the only meal I have left. Ooh, that would be hard. Some people would share and some people would not, and we have to be okay with both of those answers. If I'm out and I'm desperate,
selfish.
My hope is that I would be still, trying to offer something to somebody for something in return. And hopefully they didn't, use it against me, which, they could. It happens.
I'm really loving this call. I'm going to get these for our residents.
Bradley,
when the
please.
call bell system's broken, this is what they need. Nurse can't say she can't hear this.
Brad. That is the most annoying noise. It's second to you talking.
Really? Well, I guarantee you the nurse will come if that's ringing.
I guarantee you, if I'm a nurse and you ring that in my building, not only will I not come, you will get a letter from HR saying he's using a cowbell to corral us like we're fucking cows. I absolutely would turn you in a second.
I'm trying to help my residents here, okay? Because there's concern that they're not hearing the little dinger bells.
We'll make the dinger bells louder. We're looking at a system that automatically documents for us as we speak into it. For the caregivers
cool.
and the nurses.
Nice.
Yep.
That was coming.
I have learned paranormal that I don't ask anything in return either. If I have something to give, I give it, and I don't ever expect it back. Because expectations are what kills friendships, in my opinion. Yeah,
that's so true. Like, we value each other, but when we start to expect things, that's not good. That's not fair. I think it's intentional. Paranormal never to giving brings you same in return. Yes. Cowbell. Yeah. Rook is in the building. Yes, ma'am. I want to be known by that symbol, the cowbell.
We definitely live in a unique world of plenty, but the divide between the haves and the have-nots is humongous. We were talking the other day about our salary and what we do and having the money to go out and have Kav and Kratom whenever we want. Yet we're having to tighten our belts a lot lately too with everything that's happening. I can't imagine a minimum wage job or trying to support a family right now. There's no way.
Well, like that girl we were talking to last night who said, let's just say, this is nothing else, but she was saying, oh my God, I have a really good job. I make $18 plus tips. I was thinking, oh my God. And she's happy. So that makes me think back, as we've said before, kind of in this, kind of not. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my God, remember how happy? It's not even happy. The joy we would find in simple things like going to the coffee shop or taking a drive. And now through work or whatever it is, it's like, we may enjoy those things, but there's not a simple joy in it. We don't appreciate that.
Make no
as
mistake,
much.
I have surrounded myself with things that represent all of the things that I feel that I'm missing inside.
500 plus tarot decks. Those aren't really like
They are.
materialistic. I think.
They are.
Yeah.
They're it's but
Comfort.
those I see those as art. Like I just like looking at the art. Like the art is so pretty in some of those decks, and it's a nice collection to have. It could be collecting heroin, so deal with it. But my point is, all of these things around me are representations of what I don't have inside. And what's really cool about that is I get stuff now and I look at it that way. Like this, I didn't need this incense burner. What is it in me that's missing that I needed this when I already have that? And it's because when I was younger, we didn't have the money to do any of those things. We didn't know where our next food was coming. My mom would tip people down to the penny because she had no money. Scary.
Love that paranormal. I think I would. I'll get Twisted Chaos to help me work up a
Please do not
outfit and a plan, and
please do not.
She can wear one that we work together that has the udders, and I'll wear the one like with the nose, like the boy cow, and she can be the female with the udders, and I'll go around like ringing, and she'll shut up. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, joy, so true. There's a lot we can do without money. And Hootless, I can agree with that. Obsession with individualism is creating an artificial sense of scarcity. You know, I think that's part of it, but I don't know how much of it is. Scarcity is not the right word. I think it's not an artificial. To me, it's not artificial scarcity. It has created such a dichotomy of the haves and have-nots. So things are available for me at triple the price that are not any longer available to somebody else who used to be able to access those things. So I don't know if maybe I'm thinking of it on too granular of a level there, but I think of when we talk about individualism, a small family who's trying to make it that just lost their job because it was outsourced or whatever, and they put out 100 applications and nobody's picking it up. That person isn't being obsessed with their individualism, needs to rely on their community at that point. But they shouldn't have had to get to that point at that level. It kind of goes back to the universal basic income kind of conversation that we were talking about earlier. So I think I might be getting a little too granular on. I think your comment is a little bit more broad, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, Five of Pentacles is a card that comes up a lot. And in the Steampunk Tarot, it is and I talked about it last night. It's a lady walking away from a stained glass door representing the church or the dogma, the structure that once held her, and she's walking away with her kid into a very difficult situation, snowing, and basically they've been put out in the cold, and they're going to go do something different than what it is and what it was.
Ooh, were they Baptist by any chance?
I mean, I'm sure they're probably Catholic, judging
Probably.
by what we know about all that stuff. So what's next? I'm slow rolling. We gotta move.
Okay, we kind of took this. Oh, about this whole process about people taking things they need, stealing, whatever. Does intention matter more than action?
I believe intention matters more than action as a general phase. I believe that we can not mask our intentions, though. So if you're doing an action that is bad, then the intent has to be somewhat bad, right? If I am completely desperate and I catch that a kid has stolen from me, I'm not cutting his hands off or shooting him. I'm giving him food.
If they come up with a gun.
But their intent was to steal.
Right. But why?
Yeah.
Why did they
So
intend
that's
to
the
steal?
reason, yeah.
Right. Okay. Do you think it does? Can someone remain compassionate while making difficult survival choices?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
That's what I think our whole conversation has been about.
Yep. This kind of brings up something. Pagan perspectives on survival. And I don't want to, if I'm going too fast, just tell me and I'll stop. Okay.
Joy, yes, I agree. You have to have
true.
intention to have action, but that intention can be different things, right?
I agree with
So the
her.
question really is, if my intention is not to cause harm to anybody, but my action does, how do you handle that? I think you handle that empathetically. But if your intent was to harm and wanton disregard, then you get that back, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
And that's also
Clueless.
true
Yep.
on the other side. That's been Jehovah too. Do you see what he
They
said?
come through to the
Yeah,
other
that's
side.
I think that's the best way to put it. Situationally dependent. Yeah.
I'm not here for what you intended to do. I'm angry because of what you did. Uh, when the use can boost. Oh, but
It's like the wanton
time
disregard part. I think is what bothers me the most about intent. Kind of like what what you're saying with Hootless. It is situationally dependent. And then Ben, not here for what you intended to do, but I'm angry because of what you did. And yes, we should and can and have that on the other end of that spectrum. I absolutely agree with that too. But the intent still matters. Like how I respond is going to change that. Like if I'm like, look, I know you didn't mean to kill me, but I'm still dead. Really I have bad example, but right to be angry about that. The intent does matter there, but it doesn't change the outcome. We still have to deal with it, but I think it does matter. Just
like I see
how I think it.
I think I shouldn't speak, but like when we're thinking like 90% could be bad people, well, that could be considering like the people that are like arrested like for the crime. Like I think that's what we're talking about overall. Like most of the people that commit the crimes are have bad intentions and well, they broke the law, and then there's law and ethics and all that stuff. But
yeah, I don't know that I would
too far.
I don't think that I'd go to 90% of people who steal are bad people. I could agree with 90% of people who steal are doing a bad thing and have bad intent, but I feel weird labeling that many people just bad people. My mom has stolen a lot of things in her life, and she's done a lot of time for it. And I don't think she's a bad person.
But I have no doubt those people do exist.
I think she had ill intent, and I think she did very bad things, and I think she's better, and she's really, tried to make things right. But I don't. Even then, I don't think she was a bad person. But again, that's a personal example of something that we're applying globally. There is a lot. I do think a lot of people that steal are probably bad people. Maybe that's the better way to say it. 90%, no.
Or committing a crime. Maybe we don't say bad people.
I think that's the issue I'm having is bad people as a moral adjudication against somebody, and I'm obviously taking it a little bit personal because I was with my mom when she got arrested for stealing food for us, and I still believe that that's wrong. I don't want to. And she should not have done it, but I understand why she did it.
She said she cannot be put on the floor anymore.
This is my potato.
I mean, it's definitely they've committed a crime, right? If we're going by the law. Like
I agree, Hootless. I don't know that it's just semantic though, because if we're talking on a global, good person versus bad person, that's loaded no matter how you look at it. I don't think I'm a good person sometime and a bad person sometime. I think I'm a good person all the time that does some bad things. So maybe that is semantics. I guess that's the definition of semantics, isn't it? My bad. Always sounds different in your head when you say it out loud. So that is something that you guys are blessing me with all the time, is being able to hear myself think out loud and in live time change my opinions on a lot of things. So Ben, that's a good way to look at it. I guess that's probably better. Although I don't know. I think there might be some bad people. Or, I mean, I guess you could look at it that way too, though. Again, it's, people are just doing more inherently bad things. Maybe that's the scale, is not the person, but, which way you go on that spectrum. The polarity spectrum is a great way to look at our gender spectrum, right? Same in nature, but differing in degree can kind of apply there. Not really, but a little bit. I think our delay got longer here. Yeah. Anyway. So as you can tell, we're laying the groundwork for talking about survival, which I'm super excited that Mama Dragon's going to be setting up a monthly meeting where we will talk about these things like foraging and survival. I'm huge on tech, and I am a prepper. I have a go bag. I have all kinds of stuff that I'm excited to share with you guys on that separate group. That'll be a Discord thing, I think. I'm more than happy to stream it if you want to, Dragon. And we can stream that as a show. But I think whatever it is, it has to be live time with multiple people having conversations. So, and that's what all this is kind of leading up to in the conversation. So, we're going to be talking a lot about prepping and ideas around prepping because it really matters on your community. I feel very unsupported in my community that's physically around me. Even despite trying to get close to certain people, it's just not possible. So we rely on the larger community to be part of our neighborhood, right? So to be the people we can rely on. So we've talked about before coven versus solitary witch work. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about just in general common community versus the lone wolf. So what do you guys think about community versus lone wolf? And then let me catch up on the chat here. Oh, Hootless, I've been telling myself to do a no kratom day, and I'm on my second can already. Gotta look at that too.
So
yeah,
free.
there is a level of that, Joy. Thank you for sharing that. That is really important. Survival is a basic instinct, so if we don't have our safety and security on Maslow's, we're apt to doing things that we wouldn't otherwise do and maybe conditioning to those behaviors. So, that might change it.
It makes me sad that Kratom made Hootless sick.
Yeah. I see another one.
It can. But I'm glad that Kava is okay for you. It seems like, right?
And have people reporting. Yeah.
Look at Tina Brown. Tina Brown's working on her video. She's got one more video.
Scratching her earballs.
She's got a video where she talks about exclusion and inclusion coming out.
Are we releasing that today?
We should be able to release that today.
This afternoon, we're going to release another.
We have a couple more edits to do it. Where she even brings in legislation into the video and everything. She tries to get things done.
So. Lone wolf versus community mentality. I think both are important. I like that there's a couple of people I think in our group that are lone wolves that we could tap into if needed and when needed, and I think that they would be good with that, but they don't necessarily want to be part of the larger community's goings-ons, and I think that's really cool and awesome.
Excited because coming up soon is a lightning round where we go boom, boom,
the
boom.
Dangers of isolation.
Yes.
Right? So I've always tried to push myself towards a coven or a group and I have to separate that, right? It's different. I am a solitary witch. I like practicing alone and in small groups. I like getting together socially with Keith Tribe and things like the UU. But I have something that I would like to offer to the community, and lots of what's the word?
Tina.
I guess benefits to having both available. But you guys, do you feel more like lone wolf or do you feel more like community?
Yep. In an emergency disaster, would you rather survive alone or with community? Yeah. And if you do alone, how do we care for ourselves while staying connected to the bigger community?
Yeah. I don't think I would survive alone very long at all. That's okay.
I don't think I would have.
Yeah,
either.
I thought the chat stopped moving, so I thought you guys were ready to move on, but I know you're still talking, so I feel bad.
Sorry.
But, it jumped.
I'm like, I want to get to the lightning round.
But we're talking about from spiritual and a prepping perspective, community versus lone wolf, and I feel very solitary, but I love the engagement. But the actual ritual practice for me is solitary. But when it comes to survival, it's us. It's community. There's no way I would survive on my own long term. I would go nuts.
I'd be jealous, my petite best.
Yes, we are social by nature. I think a lot of people feel the lone wolf mentality. And again, I think there's value to those individuals. I don't know a lot of them, but I always wonder from the lone wolf mentality, why? Why is that so important to be so incredibly self-sufficient that you don't have to rely on anybody else to kind of hit that note?
Do you want a rapid fire?
Where's rapid fire?
Lightning round. Sorry. We're in a minute. We're
Well,
gonna
I mean,
throw
I
out two
think
triggers.
people need to answer the question first.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm moving on. Moving on. I got this.
Yeah, the
thing
conversation
going.
is jumping our chat. I think my internet is
Something's
having a
wrong
problem.
because it's hard to see. Like we'll see one thing and then
It's jumping.
it jumps and there's some.
It's not
things,
scrolling properly, is what it is.
So we're trying to catch up. Hard team Rubicon volunteer.
Yeah. Well, I would absolutely love to pick your brain, Hootless,
Super
more.
into prep. Oh, cool.
Like I said, Dragon's going to be doing the survival and foraging thing meeting and kind of a survival community kind of topic. And I am obsessive with preparedness.
Yes, and that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah. Just like anything else, I cycled in and out of it, too. Lately, we've been using different systems of like parring and getting things, that we would normally eat stocked up slowly by getting 2 or 3 of them at a time, even if I only don't need any. So we have what we call a par list of, I want like 6 things of pickles that don't need refrigeration and 8 things of this and peanut butter, all the things to supplement should we have problems. But yeah, I think we should. It'll be fun. It'll be open, however Dragon chooses to do it. This was her idea, and I just am excited that she's going to share it with us.
I really want to learn more about prepping and then get a little bit and find an area that I can focus on and be serious, because it's no doubt it's such a good thing. Like even if it's something small, like not small, but like a natural thing, like a hurricane or something where you lose without stuff for 2 weeks or months. Like to have that backup, we found is so important. And then not to mention something bigger.
Yeah. I have the part of my shadow work was led to me why I hoard. And mind you,
Nisha bush.
I'm not a clinical hoarder, but I'm very close to I could be. However, I seem to have found a balance and you can walk in our house and stuff. So I'm not quite a hoarder, but I know socially and psychologically that my hoarding of things and holding on to things and being so prepared and putting it together and holding on to it is because I felt like I had so little to rely on, and I had to really kind of grow myself and raise myself. So that's why I have all these things around me, and they have to be within my reach. It's not just because I'm a Virgo. It's because I might need that, and there was times when I never could have had any of these things. So I have to be careful about that. And my whole point in sharing that is survival and prepping comes out of the need to be ready for things and to self-preserve. And I think that's really, really part of how all this goes and how all this works.
And
we'll figure it out.
I'm completely opposite, which is the wrong way, which doesn't prep or doesn't prepare for anything, and that's horrible. I would be so screwed if I were on my own.
Yeah, you would. We talked about that yesterday. I talked about it to somebody. I think Heather. Yeah, told her you'd be screwed.
It's serious. That's why I want to learn and fix. So I want to find an area that I can manage and be good at.
This is something you might be able to help me with, Ben. That is so cool. So maybe you or somebody I can pick brains with on this. I travel a lot. I travel to certain areas usually, like Pennsylvania, Detroit, Toledo, Michigan, Texas, Delaware. So all these different pockets. And I am so terrified of something happening while I'm out and not being able to get home. So I've tried to teach myself, at least directionally, how to get south and how to do all these things. But I'm thinking about how would I be able to kind of do that, like geocache or bury things or have things. Like, do I get a safe deposit box and put stuff in it, or because I wouldn't be able to get that in S.H.T.F. But what if I'm in Pennsylvania when everything falls apart? I'd like to go and know I have a box of matches, a pack of money for the first few days, some alcohol, something, a first aid kit, some kind of mini Pennsylvania thing. And Hootless, I absolutely would. I definitely have a social problem with abandonment. And I absolutely would have to find, but it wouldn't be from Pennsylvania necessarily. What would most likely happen if things were happening? It usually, chaos would probably happen pretty quickly, but hopefully I'm available enough in my head that I can at least drive a good 500, 400 miles before I had to walk. But yeah, so I look at this whole thing with three areas when it comes to community and comes to prepping. There is knowledge prepping, there is action prepping, and then there is item prepping. So I have item prepping that I can save up over time and build if we get stuck in the house. There's action prepping of what am I going to do, and knowledge prepping of what do I need to know to do those things. And so those are three of the areas I kind of look at when it comes to prepping. I have knives all over our house. I have guns available for us in places that are secured. I have bug out bags so where if the world really is ending, all he has to do, even if I'm not here, is grab those 2 bags and go somewhere if you have to. Chances are we'll be here most likely when something happens, and we'll be home statistically, and we would have to bug in for a period of time before we bugged out. But anyway, I'm getting way off topic, because most things are really bug in, and what I've been reading. Yeah, well, if it's a nuclear event, because no, it's not always going to be nuclear. It could be EMP related. It could be nuclear on the other side of the planet, the other side that maybe affects us, but not enough. We never know where that's going to actually happen. So it is more likely that we'll be bugging in. I think the ratio they say is about 70% is likely to bug in than bug out. So our house is secure. If I'm home when it happens, then we're good. If I'm not, then we're screwed. But we're going to talk about all that stuff on the whatever dragon decides to call it, whatever Mama Dragon decides to call it and set it up. I'm super excited about that. Mama, if it's close enough for me to see, I would probably do the same thing. I don't know.
Rocky went a chord and he did right. Rocky went a chord and he did right, baby.
So, a lot of great conversation. We're going to move into the lightning round. So we're going to ask some questions. I'm going to poll the questions.
All right.
You and take your teeter bug. Don't read them. I'm going to post. We're going to post them.
Oh.
So I'm going to show you how to do it.
I can't read the. Are you saying don't read the?
Don't read this. We're going to poll it. Okay. So in here, you're going to hit the plus button.
Okay.
And you're going to go to start a poll.
Okay.
And we're going to ask a question.
This is
Why is it
fun.
not typing? All right.
All right.
So stockpile or share?
So how did you put it?
So
that says yes. That's not even the
So yes is stockpile, no is share. Sorry. Yes is stockpile, no is share.
Oh, and you can't change, like set it up.
You can. I just missed it.
So yes
is stockpile, no is share. So would you stockpile or share?
Where's the question? Like, does it post the actual?
It should post it for you guys.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Stockpile, yes or share? No.
50-50.
What would you do in the case like this, bitches?
I think it's a hard question because it's like both. I would stockpile, but I also would share. Like, y'all, I'm gonna tell you this is bad. This I shouldn't share this, and you're gonna be like, oh, he's a corporation mindset. I am a stockpiler because I really feel like I have the means to do it, and I would absolutely share with people, but I would be very controlling on how and where I share. So very situational. But to me, it's always I'm always gonna stockpile, but I will always share.
I'd stockpile to share. I like that. All right.
Yes, stockpile to share.
Yeah, I get
absolutely agreed. Mm-hmm. Like I keep a stockpile of par stuff anyway. Which we were supposed to go with Twisted to get our membership with Costco. We got to do that. We need toilet paper and paper towels.
I need to practice for my interview, and I need to practice my magic.
All right, we got 5 votes. I'm going to end the poll. That was a 40-60 split, so I think everybody really agrees it's situational.
I'm a mom first. All right. What were the results? What were they? A little bit more for
stockpile, but I think everybody pretty much agreed.
Excuse me, I'm really burping today. That's rude. Ooh. Okay, so that's okay.
All right. So, community garden or private garden? My answer is both on this one too. I think we should have a
Both.
little private
Both.
garden, but you should also participate in a community garden.
Yes, because you can plant some of the things in the community garden that you would have in your private garden. That's
Yes.
not having people
And imagine-
use your shit.
This was a cool idea. If we ever get our commune, which I still want to do, so yeah, it should be both. I think all these are going to be both.
Although it should have been different. But
Do we participate in a community garden or a private garden? And again, I think in effective communes, you have one big community garden that has the mainstays, but then the people privately would also grow their own stuff that supplements, right? So one person might do carrots, one person might do corn. In the main garden, then at your house, you do little bits and pieces because that would be good. The problem is who's going to manage it, right? That's where I always go to. 5 votes. We have 60 for community, 40 for private. Totally go both, yes. Private garden. If I had enough room, I would have a private garden that I would share too, and I'd invite people to help us work on it.
When you trim your nails, he's...
I agree, Mama Dragon. I know a lot of people say, people, and yes, in the first 48 hours, people are going to be hurting themselves and hurting people.
People are people.
But
Why should it be? She wants to come to you, but she's too happy.
But unfortunately,
Yeah, but you go to him, baby.
people are kind of assholes.
Be careful, babies.
Be
careful, Tina. She's gonna come to you.
And see, all of these are both to me. We're gonna still do it.
Well, I don't know, bitches. Ooh, that was like,
Now this one might be a little bit more easy. Do you trust strangers or do you stay cautious? I have an opinion on this one.
morons weed themselves out.
Yeah, the morons will weed themselves out in the first few days, and then I think what remains, I think communities will come together. I think the problem is natural leaders will try to control things, and I don't think that that's good. I know we've tried it in other groups, but consensus and having a structure has to be a mainstay, right?
Mm-hmm. What was that? Come again?
Mm-hmm.
Come again?
Veritas, rapido. Rapido.
Répétez, s'il vous plaît. Maintenant.
Rapido. That's not Esperanto. That is not Esperanto.
Répétez, s'il vous plaît. Maintenant.
Repertoire.
Please repeat
Repeton.
now.
Repeton.
So what were you
Repeton.
saying? Sorry, I got excited because I saw
Fuck off.
Esperanto.
Yes, we
So
use
we
a
do need
secret
Esperanto.
post-apocalyptic language. That is so much fun. We're actually going to go do some lessons here in a minute.
But please tell me what you said because I'm so sorry.
I don't remember. I'm too hyper.
Get back on the thing. I'm going to get you some daffodils.
Yeah, so most people said cautious. We have one vote for trust. So I agree. I would be very cautious. But I would err on the side of trusting somebody and allowing them, like, if somebody I don't know came in and they seemed genuine, I'm very naive. I would allow them in, but I would rely on you guys to help me not die a little bit.
True, Tabby.
Like, I'd want to bring them into quarantine or something, right? They'd have to come in and really show that they're for the group. It wouldn't be blind trust. Although I am very much, I agree trust is earned, Tabby, but I have a problem where I give trust really freely and I get burned a lot that way. And I still choose to give it for some reason. But I need other people to help me manage that one. And our last one, this one, I don't like this question at all, but I'm going to put it on here because it was recommended. Because I think these are the same thing. And it's doing an or.
I know. I think it's hopeful, P.
So is it hope or preparedness?
Or if it's...
Because I say...
Or if it's P, hope.
It's preparedness because I hope to be able to help as many people because I have the ability to save. Yes, discernment, not good in the beginning for that, Joy. I'm very bad at discernment. You know this. And I discern the wrong way oftentimes. I trust too fast. And I choose to do that, by the way, though. I know it, and I still choose to do it. I have lots of hope, but I think if we're not prepared, the hope doesn't do anything. That's my take. I'm hopeful. I will always be hopeful. I think human beings are basically good. Not like basically good. They're in their basics. They try. They want to be good. It's good to want to do things and feel good about things. And I think that that's important. But you have to be prepared or that doesn't help any. It is. Yeah. They're all both. 100% agree.
Well, I don't know. I think for that last one, I would not trust people initially. Very much. I don't think
I
that would
would.
be both.
I would, because if you distrust them from the beginning, they're not going to have the opportunity to be a part of your group.
I mean, I'm not going to be violent against them, but I would.
Yeah, but if you don't trust them,
talk
you're
about
basically
them
turning
then.
them away from your group. Like if somebody came to me and like, I'm starving, I have no food, you guys have a little bit of a commune going on, I'd really like to be a part of it, I have a benefit for you, I'd say, hey, I'm going to give you some food.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. As you can understand, we don't just let anybody in because of things that have happened, but if you are able and you can help us out and come back and do these things, then we could work something out. Maybe I would do something like that. Problem for me, I think, is all of us, if we were all in a commune together and the world event really happened, I would be a person that would try to take control of the situation and think that I'm right. I know that about myself, and I don't like that about myself, but I would. Or I would not do anything and let it fail. I have a hard time like kind of being a support structure. I like to be the top. But yes, you can be kind and not fully trust them. Yeah. Final thoughts on this like really big topic.
It's hard for me because I'm a very shy and reserved person. So
yeah, sure is.
It's hard for me to connect to people because I'm very, very shy and
Bradley, you can just shut up lying now.
So I might be the one that y'all would turn away because
God don't like
I'm
liars.
not good at talking to people. Strangers.
God don't like liars. You're lying. You can prepare without hope, or won't, rather. Yeah, and you know what? Like, to me, hope is a good thing to have, and you need hope. It's something that we need.
But it's not a strategy.
But hope is not a strategy. Exactly. It's where I was headed.
But it's necessary.
Yes, it's an emotion. It is a feeling that we need to have. But because I'm so hopeful that we would survive, I prepare. And for you guys, if you're in an area where you can't prepare much or you don't have a lot of money, consider buying something small each paycheck, 10 or 15 bucks.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to end up at the Dollar Tree at some point today. I get a lot of canned stuff.
I do have to go somewhere and get stuff for a project tomorrow.
I need
for Arden.
shoes.
I mean, for our next door partner, not the aisle. I have to go get some. We're doing a hurricane event tomorrow.
Oh, good.
You reminded me. We're partnering together.
So.
Slut.
So.
Cunt.
Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna go, and I'll spend probably $50 at Dollar Tree. I'll get some of their Pedialyte, which is good usually for 2 years. They have lots of canned food, even though it's not super healthy. Like the food that you get in this kind of a setting would be very good because it's canned. Yes, it's preserved. I know that's not the healthiest, but these things are very inexpensive, right? Dollar Tree, from my hometown in Chesapeake.
Ooh.
And all the things: alcohol, peroxide, creams, toothbrushes. There's these things that we will need, and every paycheck I go spend a little bit of money on those things, and I package them up and I log them because I'm a Virgo. I keep a log of everything, and that's kind of how I do my prepping now. Being that we have had means the last couple of years, I can't now, but for a while, every paycheck I was buying a tub of freeze-dried food, which is good for 20 years. So we have enough freeze-dried food for a month.
That is so cool.
So we have sausage, eggs, bacon. I got ground beef for lunches and dinners. I have some soups. I have meat MREs.
MREs are the shit.
The dogs ate
They're
through
so
half of
good.
them. So I'm gonna buy more, but those are really expensive. It was like 8 or $115.
They're so freaking good. Like
so things like that. You
I've
don't
been
have to
in the
spend a
field
whole
with
lot.
MREs. Camp Pendleton.
Ben,
Camp Pendleton.
I don't
bitch.
know I don't know how you cold can. I've seen my grandparents do hot baths.
What's it called?
I am really hoping that Dragon will include in the
Cold
survival
can.
series
That would be fun.
an actual live session where we can do canning together, because I want to learn how to
I
can,
would
especially
love
tomatoes and chicken,
Yes.
things like
Chicken,
that.
beef, yeah.
And cold canning I've never heard of, to be honest, so that would be fun to
I
learn.
would like to can, yeah.
Yeah.
MREs are the
But-
shit.
But the important thing
They're
is,
good.
2 things that are my best advice on prepping when it comes to food is small bits at a time. Just get small things. And the second one is try to get more of the things that you use. So, right, I have pickles. I love pickles. Pickles don't have a lot of nutritional value, but they're very emotionally satisfying to me. And I know
I like
if the
hot
world
pickles.
ends, we're not gonna have pickles, right? We'll have to pickle our own pickles, and it's gonna be a long time. So there will be comfort for me.
I like hot pickles.
So I have 6 jars of my favorite pickle. Well, second favorite pickle, because my favorite is a fridge pickle. But I don't store things that have to be refrigerated. That's not something that I would recommend.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be good.
So canning, absolutely. That's what we got all those things in our bedroom for, was for canning. But again, $15 at the Dollar Tree will get you 8 or 9 things that you can do every paycheck and put away as a hurricane kit or a potential survival kit that will get you even 2 days, 3 days. And then bug out bags, when we start to talk about it.
Turrets? We need to get turrets.
When we, I don't know what they're saying.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. I have to pee, so I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna open this up. We're gonna do cards. So you guys, Rook is gonna write the cards or the names.
Let me put my babies down.
You will get a general reading.
Ooh, come on,
if
baby.
You don't specify something else.
Oh shit.
Oh, what I was gonna say. Get extra of the foods you already eat, like my pickles. I have like 6 bottles of the pickles now, and I eat 1, and I'll still buy 2 more. Same thing with pepperoncinis, another comfort food for me. They are good for 3 or 4 years usually. And I have like 6 jars of those, so every time I go, I get 2 more jars, but I only eat 1 in that time frame. So I'm growing my par. That's a way you can not spend a whole lot of money, but still start stocking up.
Joy.
And I will share my pickles.
Taba. Oh. Excuse me. Taba. Magic Cat. Paranormal. Squeaky, squeaky. Read you for filth, Squeaky. Normal. Where's Kelvin? Is Kelvin here? Which? Squeaky silence. Squeaky silence. Ben Jehovah. Alright, let's see what I got. Let me know if I've left anybody out. It's so nice to see Miss Ziggy. Alright. I don't know why my eyes are acting so weird today. Okay. They haven't eaten this morning. So I've got Mama Dragon, Joy, Tabby Magic Cat, Paranormal Witch, Squeaky Silence, Ben Jehovah, and Ziggy. Hootless. Be hootless in the house. What's it all about? And what I'm thinking of, be hootless. So next time when we go to the Kava hootless, do you think your girlfriend would mind if I study and like try to practice some conversational terms with her for Tagalog? Not to be annoying, but just like a little bit. I won't bug her the whole time.
Well, if you're gonna learn it, I'll learn it with you.
But I would really appreciate someone who knows the language. You know, that's something you can get from them. Whose show? Oh, hi.
Show.
Oh, yay! Oh, that's cool.
I don't know why it holds some of that.
What is this? Awesome. I would really love to do that because I've always been fascinated by that dialect, that language. I like the way it sounds. I just think it's so interesting, but I do think I have no illusions. I think it'll be very challenging. All right. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, it might be more challenging than I'm capable of, but I still would try it.
And I don't know. We got to get her into Esperanto. Yes, we both got books. We're practicing.
Well, that is awesome.
It would be language number 4. Damn.
I'm going to be a polyglot.
Woo! That's awesome.
So we are dead serious about the Esperanto, by the way. Like we're really working through them, and I am not giving up on this because it's a fun language. It's not too hard. It makes sense. I feel like I'm able to learn it, and I feel like I'm rebuilding neurons in my brain that I thought had been lost long ago. Seriously, though. Oh, I didn't transition. Sorry.
Esperanto for sure. Oh, I guess I should get a deck, huh?
Yeah, you should get a
deck.
deck.
Did anybody add on after who had? Let's see. Chicken call. What's that?
It's like Be Hootless was the last one.
Chicken call. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm late. I'm slipping on my cocks. Slipping on my cock calls. Which is never good.
And remember. remember, on Spotify, y'all should, if you like the background music that we've been listening to today.
I need unexplained.
There it is. Just look me up on Spotify at Max2 Core. You are listening to my poetry set in industrial / synthwave, and then some house and techno songs if you're interested in that kind of music.
I'm at 57. Need you find my tarot neofiction? Tarot neofiction, tarot neofiction. It's like an addiction, my tarot neofiction.
There's something really wrong with him.
Ooh, I might want to use your tarot wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I don't.
Well, just remember, it's only major arcana. So this is my tarot today that I'm using is the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz. This is a really great deck. I've used it before. It's a fun one. Rook's chicken call. Ah! I can't do it. Shouldn't try. Let me check my phone real quick. I heard it bink because I am on call. Nope. Oh, that would be cool. Anything you guys learn. Yeah. Yes to your thing, and yes, how to can. I want to learn how to do that so bad. I don't know why, but I'm so excited for the cherries that I harvested yesterday. It was only like 6 or 7 of them. I ate 2, and then the other 5 I put in the mead that we just started, which is I did dandelion mead. Thank you, Mama Dragon, for getting me the dandelions. So I made a dandelion tea, and then I put it in, and we added our yeast. So it's dandelion with some cherry, my own cherries, which was so awesome. And then I added a little bit of elderberries and a little bit of a very little bit of ginger. And I don't know why, but that's just what called me to do it. And I'm not kidding, Mama Dragon. We were fermenting already yesterday. So right now it is bubbling like crazy. So we've got our next gallon of mead coming. It's going to be a ceremonial mead for dedication. As I was making it, I dedicated it to Kernunos. So we'll be sharing that at our probably a year from now, because it takes about a year for it to really get that nice flavor.
So light sears tarot.
We need to consolidate the other jars that we have.
I want to show.
Oh, and the apple mead. Can we go get some stuff? I need to go to the Dollar Tree. I need to get shoes, and I need to make the next mead already.
Yes, we can. I just want to go to Cabo to practice my stuff.
How long do you leave it in primary, Mama, until it stops, or do you have a specific time? I usually do 7 days-ish. But I'll do it in 4 or 5 days if it stops and it's really stopped. But that yeast, 3-year-old yeast, is still perfectly fine, and it's the mead number 5 yeast. Y'all can tell I'm hyper.
I really want to play Magic again soon.
We should.
Now that we've disinvited ourselves from Cyber.
All right, yeah. Mama Dragon, you're up first.
I'm gonna go to Sincerely Me. Nobody cares. Where am I going to?
What did I just say?
Mama Dragon is first.
Okay.
I listen to you.
No, you don't.
Most of the time I do.
Not really.
Most of the time I
see my little tower right here of the card so it can block that sunlight. Yeah.
Yeah, Magic the Gathering. MTG, bitch.
Yeah. Are you going to do anything in second? I usually don't do anything in secondary unless I'm doing cinnamon. That's cinnamon, turmeric, nutmeg. Those are the only things I really do in secondary if I do.
Ooh, community building read.
I always do my fruit in the primary.
Well, that would be good. Community building read.
Ooh, okay.
Very nice. And
we'll do it with a thought of community building.
This week I am going to make time and space to try to practice reading with playing cards. I really want to get good at that.
All right. Well,
What does?
here it is. First card is death. So we're talking about community building. I think this is really good. It speaks of the cycles of things, right? Of when something ends, something else has to begin. This card, from a community perspective, is really making me think about needing to be very careful in fertilizing the land. Make sure that we're using land that's good. If we're like planting things, make sure that our intentions that we do with people are appropriate and stated and good, and that there will need to be some transition, some shedding of old things so that new things can come around. So when we're building community, a lot of times we know there's different personalities and things get done a certain way. And we have to look at how we are approaching those things. And death tells us to allow things to end so that other things can come in its place, right? So we're going to grow if we're growing community, and we're engaging in our community in a different way, then we are going to have to probably help some pruning happen, I guess is the easiest way to see it. Building things like a food pantry or access or even just information can be very difficult and time consuming, and people can be unappreciative because of the situation that many people are in. But death reminds us that all of this is a cycle. Everything ends, but things will begin in its place. So I would take this as looking at it from that fertilization standpoint, metaphorically and physically. The damn allow thing. Specifically let things change over. Make sure that we're really fertilizing the land, again, physically, if we're growing that way, and metaphorically with our people. So community is going to take a lot of engagement, and I think it has to be very intentional. Outside of the card, I will just say this is the most excited I've been for anything in quite a while.
All right, and I drew. I love this deck, the Light Seers. Light Seers Tarot, huh?
He's cute.
He is cute. He's handsome. Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles to me is about manifesting that shit. Patience, doing the work to make it grow. For our topic today, I feel like there's so much that's going on when you're working on something. That you may not see it, or it may not seem to be worth it at times, but just be patient. Just fertilize, just spend the time, don't rush, and it will come up to manifest those things you're working on. In this case, we're talking about food, supplies, whatever.
Well, what's really cool about community building is we're all doing it right now by participating in this. This is just a mind community thing right now. And Dragon, you're taking it to the next level by allowing us to move it into the physical in a way that we've always wanted to. So I think that is super cool. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
And same thing with chaos. Hoolis. We have these conversations and these meaningful things, and that's community in its own right. And digital community is kin. That's in one of my songs, by the way, one of my poems. Just because it's digital doesn't mean it's not our kin, our family. And as we kind of develop a wider community of connection, I feel more confident that things will be taken care of should something really bad happen,
I was just about to sing that. I didn't see that you put it.
Closing time. Every new beginning come from
move
some
it to
other
the exits.
Beginnings, and yay!
Who we got next? We got Mama. Oh no, we got Joy.
Joy, you're up
pain.
next.
It's sunshine and rain. All right, let's see. Joy.
Yeah, taking the community physical and meeting people is so, I don't know, it's fulfilling. And it is the reminder. I know next Sunday is coffee service. You probably have enough people to participate, but I would like to help, but also I'm not going to skip our show, which means to get there and do it timely. Joy, what is the time, by the way, that we should be able to get there if we're going to help? Because what I might do is just either go up early and we do the show remotely, or we end the show a little bit early and not do tarot next time. Because I would like to participate. I enjoy that, and I want to do the dishes. I wish people would let me do the dishes.
I like Tina. I love Tina. That is one neat lady.
Yeah,
Tina gives me joy.
All right, Joy. Let me refocus on you.
Okay, yep. We gotta focus on Joy. Joyanne. Ah, I'm flipping shit. That wasn't any good.
All right,
Ooh, that's
Joy.
pretty.
This is the Daughter of Wands. And so as we know, our court cards in the Wands, this is representing some female energy in your life. My guess is this is somebody around you. Doesn't have to be a woman, but it is a feminine energy. It's the Daughter of Wands. And this is a reminder of the beauty and things that are continuous. This infinity symbol, a little bit different than the Ouroboros where he's eating his own tail, is all about the never-ending Mobius strip. No matter which side you're always on the side you need to be on, and you're always in the place that you need to be. Open up and allow these individuals a lot of feminine energy. I'm feeling like real strong goddess push and community from your female circle of people. And part of that, I'm sure, is coming out of the healing that you've been going through. But it's kind of everything else. So, yeah.
All right, madam. I pulled Judgment. I love this Judgment card, and it's just telling me, you know, like there may be questions, struggle. You may feel not insecure, but like you're being questioned or question yourself and your true, what you've really been doing, your true motives or stance is recognized and realized, and it's going to be all right. It'll be all right. You'll be evaluated or seen for the truth of your actions. Whatever that means. Pretty card.
Yeah, I'm on call this week, so I had to be very careful.
Yeah.
But I hope that gives you some insight, Joy, some sweet words. You know, the wands to me, we always go to, we meaning me, the traditional meaning. It's creativity, will, fire. You know, the destruction and creation in this cycle. But the thing that's been popping into my brain a lot more lately with the wands is direction, directorship, like directing as in like focusing, I think is the word I'm looking for. So in addition to willpower and creation and our artistic side, it's our directing of our energy and focusing of our energy like a laser into what we're doing. And being that that's the Daughter of Wands, we want to do that and use that in our circles with the feminine energy that's around us. Tab of Magic Hat is up next.
Tab of Magic Hat. Tab of Magic Hat. Boom. Boom. Hey.
Yeah. You know, at the end of today, we're going to pull a card for ourselves.
All right.
We don't usually do that.
No, we don't.
I need one.
Move on, me too. And working with Judgment.
Oh, my foot just fell asleep all the way.
We're on Tab of Magic Hat.
Tab of
The Magic Hat DX, we are the
Magic
docious.
Hat.
Tab of Magic Hat DX, we're gonna move.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's Esperanto, by the way.
Is it really?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Or dotius. Dotius. Because remember, it's that second to last syllable. I'm fucking hyper. Alright, Taba. The Lovers. This is a really pretty Lovers card. I like that it's geese. Hopefully you guys can see it. It looks like it's a little washed out. Look at that. Get a little cover to it, see if you can see it better because it's just not washed out. But so anyway, Lovers, major arcana. A lot of people mistake this for like an immediate emotional, physical, romantic relationship, but that's really not the Lovers, right? We know the Lovers is all about the connection, the togetherness of people, especially two people. So something in your energies in the world for you is coming together, whether it's somebody you're already with, somebody, a friend, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be romantic. But you guys are coming together in a really loving way, and you need to maybe kind of focus on that relationship a little bit and grow it. Again, not necessarily romantic, but it could be if we're pulling other cards. I'm getting more of a grounding sense from this Lovers, like the feel that it's already part of your home, already part of your circle, and that you're doing things to explicitly grow and reconnect that energy of your immediate family, chosen family, whatever it is for you, is what I'm getting out of this Lovers. This really nice flying high togetherness, and really focusing on your interpersonal relationships with the people that are in your core circle. Your core circle. That's it.
All right. And
That's
Tell me Magic Cat, I drew for you.
how I feel right now.
Ace of Pentacles is taking that first step. You've had the idea from the Ace of Wands come through, the passion, and then the thought process of the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Pentacles is telling you to take that little action and initiate. Initiate, take action, and start it. You've had the idea, you had the passion, you know what to do, you thought about it. Take that first step.
Nice.
Get things are going. I hope that means something to you.
So I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is a little. We made these with the
wedding mitts.
Flour. What is it? Flour, salt, and is this flour and salt? I think.
Flour and salt and food coloring.
Yeah, and food coloring. So we made these little roses with some silicone things, and I made them into these little candle holders for our ritual candles. So these are beeswax ritual candles. They're 10 to 15 minute burn times, and they're great for doing a small ritual, especially if you're going to burn something.
Mama Dragon.
But I highly recommend them. These are really cool candles. Supposed to come be my wife tablet. Oh, yeah. Yay.
Peeta.
Paranormal witch.
Paranormal witch. Paranormal witch. Are you off today, Paranormal?
I wish we could interview Paranormal. If you ever
she said we will.
Oh, she will?
She'll let us, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, she said
my
she'd
bad.
participate.
I'm so sorry.
Right,
I'll never
Paranormal?
let it. Y'all see me flinch. He beats me.
Oh my God. Opposite. Is it opposite day? I'm totally kidding. That's about enough of that. All right, Paranormal. Love you.
All right.
Oh, that's so sweet. All right, Paranormal. Paranormal is in the house.
I feel like using my demon claw hands.
Well, you should.
With
if you
Paranormal.
feel called
So,
to do it.
Paranormal, I've got my little demon claw out today for you right here. See him? He's a little alabaster and gold demon hand.
That is so cool. It'd be neat if it would hold cards. I wish you probably do have something like that.
I could make it hold cards.
That'd be really cool.
Watch this.
Paranormal. How's the boys, Paranormal? How are the boys? Are you having any... What's the weather like where you are? Are you having any storms this weekend? Oh, tobacco storms? That's cool.
Oh, there you go, Paranormal. The demon hand is holding... Look at him. See? Little demon. It's hard to see him. Cool. The little demon hand's right there, but there's so much other stuff going on. What is?
It's the mother. There's only one mother,
anyway,
and that's Madonna.
So this is the Mother of Swords. So this would be your Queen of Swords, and as we talk about, swords are our intuition, our air energy, our mindset, and the things that we create with our mind. Air is messages. It's things that are carried out on smoke, and it's all about expansion. Actually, for a while when I'm making my tarot deck, I was considering calling it the Suit of Expansion. Might still do that. But the Mother of Swords is confident. She knows her value, knows her worth. She has her head on a swivel. She sees everything. She's paying really close attention to what's going on. And she's calculated. So discernment for her is very easy. So be discerning in your happenings this next week. Be very careful that you're assessing things completely and you're seeing things wholly. Not holy like Jesus, holy as in whole. And that when you're making a decision, you've calculated that decision. The Mother of Swords is fiercely protective, and she does not waver when she makes a decision. So if you have a big decision or decisions to make this week coming in, do not hesitate on them. You left foot, right foot in there like you are the queen, because you are and you own it, and things will work out for you if you do it that way. So that is the Mother of Swords held up by her little demon hand.
The boys love Salann laugh. I love it. That's so cute.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. Da, 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 da. All right, and I pulled Madame Paranormal Witch, PW, a beautiful card. I know I did. I'm going to fix it. A beautiful card, the Three of Swords,
That's
also
pretty.
the same
So you got
suit.
two swords.
And this to me is something that whether it's work or other feedback or situations that like the truth hurts. I get this is my truth hurts card. It's like I don't sense whether it's work related or not, but whatever it is, this truth or this painful thought or emotion, you got to just scream through it, acknowledge it, give it space, and in doing so, you come to grips with it, can move on and heal. I really like this card because it's saying, hey, like there's something going on, deal with it, acknowledge it, scream it out. That's what I get. Talk it out, scream it out, and breathe deep. That's one of my favorite cards. I wish I could have thought of this last night. Three of Swords and the Tower are really two of my very favorite cards. Because there's something...
That's a really, really pretty deck. That deck is gorgeous. It always has been.
I agree. I just think there's something that's really like an amazing, I don't know the right word how to articulate it, feeling to acknowledge hurtful or difficult or painful things, to be with it, and to like literally scream through it or whatever you got to do. It's just, that's an experience that is so different from a joyful one to me.
Yeah.
It's joys and sorrows. I think that's what it is, balancing out the joys and sorrows.
Turning the sorrows into joys.
Turn the sorrows into joys and scream it out.
Still allowing them to exist as a sorrow.
Yep. There's something about the pain, the healthy dealing with the painful things it's very healing and freeing to me.
It is desirable to visit pain, but not to live there.
Mm-hmm. Roll with it. Never gone to SS.
Yes.
SS.
Yes. And good point, Ben, when we talk about both cards being swords, right? That's a trend or a pattern of things to do with the mind, roiling.
Yeah.
So when you do card reading, or tarot reading, I should say, I'm hyper as fuck. All the dogs one time. Those are the things you want to pay attention to, that trend, right? And the more cards you pull, the clearer the picture usually gets, but not always.
Could be you making the hurtful thoughts and stuff, so don't, just be aware of it and process them. All
Squeaky. Silence.
Hail Santa, furry buzz, furry rage, excuse me.
As we're doing our reads,
Squeaky silence.
I just want to reiterate, Esperanto, if you are not a polyglot, meaning knowing multiple languages,
I am not.
I am not either. And I always thought I would never be able to learn a new language, but I am learning this, and I feel like I'm learning it. I would love for anybody else to try to learn it with us, and then at some point we have our own little group, and we can practice.
Yeah.
Saluton, mi nome es Briano Salano.
Hail Santa and the Red Lord.
Mi nome es Salano. Kiel vi nomigas?
Mi nome. Oh.
Mi nome es Bredo. Ruko. I should not have had 2 cans after 3 hours of sleep.
I love it. I love this shoe.
Holy mother of God.
I like when you're hyper as fuck.
So fast.
What the fuck? I like when you're hyper as fuck.
Oh no.
Mackenzie Shirilla would
He
say,
never
fuck,
got his
fuck,
pony.
Fuck.
Ben, I'm with you on that.
Huh?
We got judgment on my end this time.
Ooh.
Squeaky
That's a pretty
silence?
card.
Judgment. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a thing. Get some. Seems to look better when there's a little shadow. But you got basically a large feathered bird kind of sending out and holding out over all the other birds, obviously in judgment. So judgment shows up to me when things have to be judged. It does not mean good or bad. One thing I will say is if this is a legal judgment, or if there's actual court case that you're working through, then the judgment generally is going to be the correct judgment, meaning it's not going to be in your favor or in the other person's favor. It's going to be exactly what needs to be to make things right. So if you owe it, then you will have to pay it. If it's owed to you, you will get it. That's if it's specific to, some legal stuff. Again, I'd have to pull a whole bunch of cards to get that much detail out. But in general, judgment is about how we are evaluating or being evaluated. So the time of evaluation is here. Maybe there's a work evaluation. Maybe there is something you're learning to do that needs to be evaluated, but it needs an evaluation so that you can then decide what your next steps are. Because
Nice.
judgment isn't just, oh, You, feather, your heart is not lighter than the feather. You die, go to hell. That's not judgment. Judgment is a process of discernment. It's identification. It's judging what the right thing to do is and how to do it and what we're going to do about it in the end.
All right. Said, I pulled for you the Knight of Wands, and this is telling me, don't plan the ritual. Be carefree. Get out there and sing like a fool.
Love it.
Dance. Do something silly. Color. Talk and make up words like whatever you want to do.
Ooh.
Don't plan the ritual.
Ooh.
Feel your shit and have fun doing it.
Go online and search on YouTube for fake Christians speaking in tongues. You'll have a laugh. It'll be so funny. It's the most fun thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, so if you want to go out and sing, oh, hell Santa with his big furry sack, giving out gifts to everyone he likes. Whatever you want to do, don't plan the ritual. Have fun. Be foolish. Be stupid.
I like that meaning for the night.
I love that.
And that card is just really pretty.
Yeah. Get out there and wiggle my stick. That's right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what you do. Just don't get arrested.
Pesky laws.
Don't plan the ritual. I love that.
Ben Jalva.
That's the first time I've got that meaning from that. Don't plan the ritual.
Ben Jehovah's up next.
Squeaky is much of a ritual planner.
I think he isn't much, maybe.
Well.
Am I wrong?
This time, don't plan it, please. 5 acres of woods. Oh, that's wonderful. Who are we on? Ben Jehovah, save the world. Shoot that. What? Bump, bump, bump. Ben Jehovah, save the world.
All right. Ben Jehovah is up.
Jehovah,
will be
show the
followed
world.
by Ziggy and Behootless. Ben Jehovah.
Show the world. All right, let's see what Ben Jehovah has. I never plan a ritual. What? We have plenty of private places to wiggle a stick without popo involvement.
Yeah, we're going to be going up there soon. You know that, right? All right,
cool.
Ben. We're getting a lot of mothers today. This is the Mother of Pentacles. The Mother of Pentacles has come up a lot lately. And she is speaking to the feeling and presence of having things about her. Nice things. She respects and she's happy to have the nicer things in life, right? So she looks around and she sees that she has all that she needs, maybe more. She likes opulence. She likes things to be very pretty. So I would take some focus into this world of the Mother of Pentacles and kind of see what are the things around you that you're finding to be your pretties and important to you, and kind of focus in on them and maybe use them in some of the things that you're doing. Generally speaking, our court cards for me speak of individual people. Sometimes the reader, again, we would need a much longer read to get details, but I'm really feeling like an actual mother energy around you specifically that is coming in to provide some additional stability and some additional, not direction, but just comfort so that things can progress better.
I like this.
Doesn't have to be your mother, but definitely a mother person that has the motherly qualities that is really trying to push forward and provide stability. And the Mother of Pentacles doesn't always say, I love you, son, or have gushy, mushy feelings, but she provides those things in way of making sure your tire doesn't go flat. Or, much like me, I'm a practical person. So is the Mother of Pentacles. Things are very practical for her. So that's something that I would look forward to.
Oh, all right. Ben Jehovah, we pull the King of Swords. The first thing I see, I just get all these intelligent, smart things. The crows. It looks like a dragon in the back. This owl,
Owls.
this very wise owl, and it's just showing,
We're getting a lot of owls.
a lot of owls. And to me, I get a strong thing about something with work or leadership or just to remember to go on facts and not feelings or thoughts. This week, if you have a situation presented, and I have a feeling it's something to do with work. Just be like the wise owl, be like the crows, consider all the facts, and go that with sound judgment, which the king reminds us to do. I like that king too.
I decided to pull a clarifier. Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune, especially in this instance, is really kind of pulling us towards this. Things are going to turn out in your favor, going to go well. So whatever this is, I'm not getting a clear understanding of what it actually means, other than either really listen to this mother energy or take on some mother energy of your own to create more of a stability in your life by having the things that you need, the right tools, and things are going to go very well for you as long as you make the right decisions, which the King of Swords always does.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I noticed that, Paranormal. Our magic didn't work today, and I'm going to have to hold him accountable for that.
What?
Ziggy. Ziggy. Can't you see? Ziggy wants a tarot reading, and he...
It is the Queen.
I'd like to buy vowels. So the vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Right? A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. That's the Esperante. And the numbers are... Unu.
Null.
Null, yeah. Null.
Null. Uno.
Tre.
Uno.
No, du.
Du. Tre.
Tree. You're right, tree.
Quar.
Kvar.
Kvar.
Kvin.
Kvin.
Ses.
Sep. No, ses.
Ses. Sep.
Sep.
Oak.
Oak.
Now.
No.
Deck.
Deck. Okay, now I gotta focus on the first one. Ziggy.
And now is Dimension. Dimension. Today's Sunday. Dimension. Sabato. Kai Dimension. I'll have to look that one up. I can't remember. But yesterday was Sabato.
Yes.
Sabato. Sabato. Yeah.
Mercredo.
All right,
that's the one
sorry.
I like. Wednesday. Mercredo.
Mercredo.
That's Wednesday.
Lundo.
Mercredo.
Vendredo is Friday.
Mercredo.
Vendredo. If anybody wants to learn Esperanto with us, you can do it for almost free. Duolingo is free. There's lots of YouTubes that teach it too. They go along with it, and the book is $30. The one that we found, it's great with sound, and it is very romance language based. So there's lots of Spanish, French. Pretty cool though. Yeah. Got it. So you're being mother now too, huh?
Oh, okay,
right.
Cool.
Not trying to disrespect anybody else. I'm sure that wasn't my meaning. Just
What?
that he's being the mother. Both parents can be the mother. So
I'm
maybe take in some more motherly energy. He's talking about dead on. It's as a parent makes sense because that's my real job. So, but I don't know if he's partnered or any of that stuff. So I'm just saying. I need to lay off to kratom this early. Oh, dude.
Right.
We've already talked about doing an Esperanto Discord or a stream once we're really good at it. However, right now, mi parolas ne Esperanto iomete. I only speak a very little Esperanto.
Yeah. Cool.
But
so, Madam Ziggy.
Ziggy.
I pulled the Ace of Wands, and I really like this. A lot of wands, a lot of aces, a lot of swords today. And this is, I keep leaning it back. So that idea is that is the focus, that passion is important. And when that comes, a new idea or a revisited one, it's a passionate one. Really think on it and get ready to implement the steps that you see to bring it to that Ace of Swords for planning and the Ace of Pentacles for implementation. It's the start. It's a passion. Pay attention to it. It's great. Speaks to your heart.
And I pulled the Seven of Cups, Ziggy. The Seven of Cups is it's a good place to be in the Minor Arcana. We are talking about having the a little bit of abundance, not quite the Empress level abundance, but your cup is not running dry right now. But you do have the potential of maybe too much in the cup and becoming a little bit over emotional, or not over emotional, overwhelmed by emotions with the situation that you're managing. So just make sure that you're not spreading yourself too thin. And remember, you never give more of what's in your bucket than you need. Because if you do, then sometimes you don't have any left for yourself. So just make sure that you're really taking care of yourself, that you're really doing what you want to do, not what you think you want to do or what you think you should do to make other people happy. Do what makes you happy. Seven of Cups tells us that we have the cups in front of us and they're full and we can drink them, but we can't break and go totally out on the other end. So I would look at that, and that is for me, for Ziggy.
All right, very nice, very nice.
Squeaky, I took 4 years of Latin in high school and 2 years of Latin in college.
Dinosaur names.
And I could speak it, even though nobody speaks it. I can definitely write it, but I don't remember any of it. I haven't used it in 20 years.
So. We are on the one, the only Be Hootless.
He's a Be Hootless versus Be Hootful.
That's not nice.
Hootful and Hootless?
Hootiful. Oh,
beautiful. I have a new name for him. He's Sans Hoots. Without Hoots.
Excuse me,
Sans
we
Hoots.
miss Ziggy. He said, hey.
We do miss you, Ziggy. We've been talking about you a couple times, actually, the other day.
He's the one, the only.
Like, I need to reach out. And I was in Wisconsin again not too long ago, but the days have been like 15-hour days when I'm out there. I just have no freaking time, which is a bad excuse, but...
Oh. What's in the house? What's that all about? He likes Goblin, I like Kratom. We get along just fine.
We've got the Eight of Swords.
That's a cool card.
Oh,
it
is. It is a forced transformation, though. The Eight of Swords is a very difficult card to come across, Hootless, and it's kind of a crossroads. You are now at the point where you need to chrysalis up. You need to embody yourself, love yourself. This is going to sound weird, but fertilize yourself, right? Making, in other words, setting up your environment so that you can grow to become what it is you're trying to become and do. The Eight of Swords is not like a negative card for me. Like the 9 and the 10 kind of get into a really negative place of failure, but this is allowing you to transform before you reach the failure part, meaning we can still change the outcome. So whatever you're working on, whatever's been going through your mind, this is saying you should be in a good, safe spot. You just need to hunker down for the moment and put yourself back together in a way that you can come out on the other side. If you don't, this might look like planning. This might look like being a little prescriptive in reading or decision making or work, but you need to really focus on it now so that you don't have a negative outcome later. Generally, these are not work projects if there's not other cards going on, but in the scheme of magic, it's an action. You need to action internally and move some things around for yourself to make sure that your outcome is very nice, is very positive.
All right. For you, sir, I pulled one of Salann's favorite cards, the Magician.
It is my favorite card.
As you fertilize yourself, you are ready. You've got what you need, and you're of the right mind. Just do it. Just do it. It's a yes card. Just do it.
I forgot how pretty these were.
You got what you need. Now do it. Now do it.
This is Light Seers.
Light Seers. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. The Magician.
All right.
All right.
Yes, and we absolutely. Oh, did we miss anybody? Anybody we missed?
Did we miss anyone? La, la, la,
Anybody come in late that would like a read that we did not read yet?
My foot's asleep.
Because God, I've been missing some people lately, and I apologize for that. Yeah, my balls are numb.
Wow.
From the way I was sitting.
Oh, are you saying you need a massage?
Sure. Oh my goodness. Whoever put these boxes together like this is stupid. Yeah. Thank you for sharing too, Ben. I know a lot of times people get a little weird about sharing stuff like that. But you know, I'm not going to use the phrase safe space here, but you know, we are all welcome of all different kinds here, and whatever you believe, however you believe, that goes for everybody, because that's how I learn. You know, I only know what I know and have learned to believe the way I believe because I've been able to experience you guys' stuff so much. It's been awesome. So, do we have any closing thoughts? Anything you'd like to say before we end?
This week? No, just thank you for hanging out. I want to work on the our end screen thing where we share about others. So Paranormal said yes. I know Adius, of course, will be fine.
Interviews.
Unexplained will be us. Know that last card where we put people's socials?
We're not going to do a card.
No?
No. We're going to use, I'll show you guys what we're going to use. But this was the last time you're going to see our face for today. We are going to use our closing screen. Oh, yeah, we need to pull polyvagal. Let me go grab it. I'm going to transition. This is going to be our new closing screen so you guys can see it.
Big cock.
Can you go get my Vegas nerve deck?
Yes.
Never mind, it's right here.
Oh, I was like, I did see one.
Y'all.
I'm gonna read.
I am over the hedge right now. So this is going to be our end screen, and we will have a credits and a recording that we're going to play in this part.
I'm a girl.
So polyvagal is the polyvagal theory. The polyvagal theory, it's the theory. I hate calling it a theory because it's science backed, but it's the vagus nerve in your body, which is responsible for your sympathetic and parasympathetic responses. Polyvagal is a theory that is used in therapy by I forgot his name. I know Diana Porges is the one who read the book, but polyvagal is a way for you to learn how to reset and manage your own vagus nerve to prevent anxiety and reactions that maybe are not appropriate. So we've been pulling a polyvagal card to give us ideas on how we can better manage our own vagus nerve. Polyvagal theory is used in trauma therapy and is really good for a lot of those things. So this card that we pulled this time, and by the way, Ben Jehovah, I have heard that, but I truly feel called to Hermetics and how they work, but I am definitely not monotheistic. So I don't know if that's a new thing right now that it's kind of happening. Because I know quite a few people now that are really into Hermetics, but are definitely, like me, animistic or deistic and polytheistic. So I am seeing that, though. I'm seeing even in the Corpus Hermeticum how it really speaks to monotheism and it talks about God a lot. It's just my God looks different. But our vagal card is rockin' and rollin'. Rocking your body can get you out of the freeze state and boost energy levels by stimulating circulation and releasing tension.
Oh, I do that a lot.
So we will take a copy and post this for you, but to look at so that you can see it in the Discord in just a little bit. But you're going to sit on a carpet, mat, or a comfortable outdoor space. So if you're in work and work's gone crazy, guess what? I go sit on the toilet. That's my sacred space. Nobody will bother you. You're going to hug your knees to your chest, inhale deeply, and as you exhale, gently rock backwards along your spine's length, maintaining control of your movements. Make your rocking motion slow and deliberate, allowing the sensation to flow along your spine. Continue this front to back rocking motion for 1 to 2 minutes to maximize its revitalizing effect on your nervous system. Avoid if you have shooting pain, pregnant, slip disc, or spondylitis. Instead, you'll go side to side. So our vagus nerve extends almost the entire portion of our body, and it is the one that makes you pass out sometimes. When people stand up too fast and you pass out, that's a vagal response.
Or you take a dump.
Or you take a really hard poo. That can cause a vasovagal response where you pass out. That's the vagus nerve. And again, it's responsible for switching you from, sympathetic and parasympathetic, which is fight, flight, freeze, flop, or fawn, or your normal state of being. Now, with this rocking and rolling, this is also very akin to self-soothing, right? So I self-soothe by rotating and rolling in circles, and it takes the pressure off your body. So this I do already. That is the vagal deck card today. Thank you for reminding me. Now the last thing, I'm gonna plug it again because I'm proud of it. All of the words and lyrics are 100% mine. I wrote them as poetry.
Yay!
I did use AI to create the music around it because I really like synthwave. I really like industrial. So if you guys want to, you can check out Max 2 Core, all one word. The album is called Hyper Thread. And it is up on Amazon Music. It's on Spotify. It's on quite a few different things. But I'm gonna play my favorite song right now from this album. Again, this was our personal album just for us, but I wanted to share it in a playlist. So now you can hear this particular song as we close out today. We will get monetization strike errors, but we ignore them because it's our music. I'd have to file it, and we won't file it. So my words, my poetry, now made to music, kind of around our cyberpunk theme. So as we close out, thank you guys so much for being a part of it. I know we went way over, but great conversation. Thank you guys for teaching me every day. I'll be thinking about this all week. Thank you, Mama Dragon, for getting together all the stuff you're getting together. Check out Max 2 Core's Hyper Thread. Tell me what you think. She has a rash on her ear. We need to take care of that. She needs to go to the vet. I always see this stuff.
Baby.
Yep. We need to get her some Benadryl. Love you guys.
We love y'all. Thank you.
Love you.
Hey, Quasset.